and I'm an American citizen. The thing I wonder about America right now is the direction we're headed. Right now we have all these bailouts and buyouts and eating outs, and Anheuser-Busch just got bought out by some Arabs that probably don't even have a country. They're just out here they're just so greedy that they'll take anything. The only thing I think of when I think of my kids growing up in this country, if they say, Dad, what do we have left that's American owned? And I say, son, I mean, there's not much to choose from, but that's what we have Pabst Blue Ribbon for. Pabst Blue Ribbon has been around for 200 years or more. That's longer than George Washington. What I like the best about this beer is the taste. It's not like smooth. It's not drinkable, but that's what is good about it. When you drink it down your throat, it gives you a good feeling like George Washington is actually going down your throat to fight the Brits and the Redcoats and Indians. So that's why I tell my son, if you're going to buy anything American owned, still buy Pabst Blue Ribbon. And I actually tell the clerks at the convenience store when they ask for his ID, I say, no, you check the state. He's from Missouri. That's an American citizen. He could be 4 years old. You sell him this because he's buying American and he's stimulating the economy. That's what we need right now, to stimulate the economy. Buy Pabst Blue Ribbon and help save America. Drink it, you asshole.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the BackWoods Horror Show. Unofficially brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon, the only fucking beer left in America that hasn't went woke. Proudly drinking this shit. And it's a little more drinkable than what that guy said.
A little.
And we have our special guest tonight. A lot of you know him by Father Mahoney.
Hey, everybody.
And of course, we got the other host here, Cody.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So, Father Mahoney, what have you been up to? What have you been watching, my friend?
Oh, I watched what we were going to be talking about today, but besides that, I've been actually just catching up on some good old American Rocky movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's never a wrong time for Rocky.
There's another all-American hero that we can all look up to.
Oh, yes.
I binge-watched 1 through 4 yesterday, and I'm going to finish the series. Probably even with the Creed movies, I might check those out too. But
I've watched the first 2 Creeds, and they just didn't do it for me. I didn't hate them. They were fine, but they just didn't have that Rocky feeling to them.
I went to the theater to see Creed 3, and actually I was surprised that it was actually better than 1 and 2, even without Stallone.
Really? I know Stallone boycotted it. He said he won't ever watch it.
Yeah, from what I understood, there was some kind of conflict.
It was with the producers. It was with the rights holders. He was supposed to be getting the rights back to the franchise, and they kind of pulled the rug out from under him and screwed him over on it. So he told them to fuck off. And
they didn't completely write him off. Creed does mention Rocky a few times, but this one actually has a much better story than the last 2, because I thought 2 was a stretch when they brought Drago's son into the mix. I'm like, oh, come on, it's like a little.
It was cheesy, but I was psyched for it. And then whenever I saw it, I guess I had built up my expectations so much. I was expecting Rocky 4 Part 2, and it just wasn't there.
Yeah, and with the only part of Rocky 2 I really enjoyed was the interaction between Drago and Rocky for the first time in years. I kind of got like
Yeah.
goosebumps, like I was like wow, this is like kind of surreal. But the whole movie in general just didn't do it for me. But 3 actually has a really good story, and I was like, in this one, I think I don't want to do too many spoilers, but he's actually retired at this point, and he's a trainer, and somebody comes back into his life, and it kind of picks up right from there. So they don't really concentrate on 1 and 2 more. This is kind of a newer story of all. So that's what I kind of liked about it. It's its own Creed. It's not a Rocky Creed. It's Creed by himself.
And that really, I mean, they were setting themselves up for disaster, just in my opinion, by having Stallone be in more than just a cameo role in the series at all, in the new series. If they wanted to make a new series, they needed to, and pass the torch, they did not need to have Stallone in the whole movie, as much as I love the character. But yeah. I was watching it for Rocky.
Yeah.
And, and I just couldn't get invested in the Creed character because Rocky was there. You know, yeah. I wanted to see what he was going to do, not what this new character was going to do. Adonis. Yeah.
And the character of Creed's mother actually has a more prominent role in this one too, which I always thought Felicia Rashad was a decent actress. So I'm kind of glad she got a little bit.
I'm glad they brought her back then. Yeah, some continuity to it. Yeah.
But overall, I think it was still the better of the 3 Creeds. So that I've been getting to the movies more. I got to see Scream 6 at the theater in 3D. So
I haven't yet.
Great. Yeah, that was great. Best, I'll say the best Scream since the original. I'll say it right now.
It's made the most money since part 2.
Well, it's completely different. That's what. It's not the same type of Ghostface in this one. Like the old Ghostface kind of followed all the same patterns as the old Ghostfaces. This one, completely different. I think that's what made it more original than the other ones.
Well, I'm really glad to hear they've breathed some new life into the series. By the time you get to part 6, you either got to go super campy with it or just go off in a completely different direction and hope that it works.
Yeah, because I was like, well, I'll watch it if we cover it on the show, but I just haven't been worried about catching it at all.
Yeah, I've tried to get to the movies more often than I have in the past. So I speak when we were talking backstage. I mentioned about Titanic. I did get to see the Titanic 3D released, and that was terrific. I will say that the job that they did on putting 3D into this, it was. You remember that opening scene, and if you guys seen the original Titanic, when they're searching the old boat underneath the water. Yeah. And they have that little camera that kind of goes in. You feel like you're in the fucking Titanic at that scene. Like, I was just getting goosebumps. I felt like I was walking in the Titanic with them.
So what you're saying, Rob, is that the 3D almost made that movie watchable?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, but to think about it, to Father Mahoney being down there, I felt like I was sinking with the boat.
Did you feel like you were pushing Leo off the board? You know, pushing him into the icy water.
I have a funny story about that, by the way. So when I watched it originally years ago, I was like the last person to see it at the theater because everybody's talking about it, and I saw the previews. I'm like, you know, how is fucking Celine Dion singing a song when she wasn't even alive yet? So. But anyways, I finally go to see it, and at this point, the only movie I ever could tolerate Leonardo DiCaprio was The Basketball Diaries. I love that movie, but I hated him in every other movie. And I'm sitting there like when she lets go of Leo and he's sinking, I'm like yes, and I scream at the theater, and everybody looked at me like I was the most horrible person ever.
Now I am definitely not a Leonardo DiCaprio fan at all, but I fucking loved him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And I'm not a Brad Pitt fan. I'm a bigger Brad Pitt fan than I am a DiCaprio fan. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that movie, best role for either of those guys.
Yeah, I agree.
I still got to catch that one.
Yeah, I've watched like the last 35, 40 minutes of it. A lot of nights I'll come home and I'll just put on the last 30 minutes of it and watch it.
Because you want to masturbate to it, or?
No, Dad does that though. Dad does that. Dad, I made the mistake here a couple of years ago. Whenever it came out, I showed it to Dad because it set during the late '60s. You know, when he was a kid, and I mean, it has Tarantino. You know how much attention he pays to detail.
Yeah,
and it just, it feels like the 1960s. And so that's what drew my dad to it. And he's not a Tarantino fan. But ever since he watched it, he's watched the movie more than I have. That's become his new second favorite movie right
he likes
behind.
It better than Avatar?
Yeah.
He likes it better than Quigley Down Under?
He does. He will sit and watch this movie. And I got to admit, it's my favorite, hands down, is my favorite Tarantino film.
Wow.
Well, I got to see Pulp Fiction and Natural Born Killers the same year at the theater, so that was pretty cool because a lot of people forget that Tarantino did have a hand in Natural Born Killers. Mm-hmm. So I saw those almost like within weeks of each other. And all I could do was like drag my buddies back. I'm like, you guys got to come watch these movies with me now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because Natural Born Killers to me is like one of my favorite movies. A lot of people are like, how can you understand it? You know, the way that they talk about the media, you know, it still holds up today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got an uncle that could be Woody Harrelson's stunt double. I kid you
really?
not. They even have the same crooked tooth up front. I mean, you know, Uncle Ronnie.
Yeah.
If Ronnie'd lose Woody's lost a lot of weight. If Ronnie'd lose about 75, 80 pounds, he would be a dead ringer for Woody Harrelson again.
Nice.
Remember when the Cowboy Way come out, he got him a cowboy hat and started wearing that for a little bit. Oh, we lost Cody again.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You set your beer on the cable again?
No, I bumped the table.
Well,
I kind of like, you know, we got the little circle now, and every time you talk, it shows you're talking.
Yeah, as long as I'm still.
Oh shit! We just lost Cody.
Well, if your uncle just gets appearance of the full Woody Harrelson, we could just reboot Cheers now.
Yeah, that'd work.
And just feature Pabst Blue Beer. That's all you can drink in our Cheers. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yep. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yep. That's the only beer we serve here.
Oh man, I went through so many beer. I bought Miller High Life. It was I still got them stuck in the fridge. That's gonna be my guest beer. And then I was gonna go to Coors, and then Coors went woke. Then all these others went woke. I'm like, seriously, come on.
Yeah,
someone shit down my throat.
I don't know if you're familiar with the rapper Tom McDonald.
Yeah,
Tom McDonald talked about the spokesperson now for the face of light Budweiser beer.
Yep,
and he's super not woke. Like he speaks his mind, and he did this whole 3-minute spiel on YouTube about how that if you're drinking light beer anyways, you're already pretty much woke.
Exactly. You were gay and didn't even know it.
Yeah, you were gay. You did exactly that. You're gay. You didn't even know it. We were talking about the rapper Tom McDonald. He just did a 3-minute spiel.
Oh yeah, I heard you, and that was great. Yeah, I think I sent it to you, Trav. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I got
it. And this guy who's a Canadian is super he thinks like a real American does.
Oh yeah, well, we are a country of immigrants, so sure. Come on over, Tom McDonald.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
I might do a whole episode.
Don't come here and trash our country. That's where we have a problem. I don't care if you're born here or not. you cannot like things that are going on with our country and voice that, but don't get offended by everything and shit on everybody else, and and put your wienerless face on beer cans.
Yeah. I mean, you want to be gay? I don't care. We live in America. Be gay. Don't push it on me. Sure as fuck don't push it on my kids.
That's the main thing. I can handle it. You can push whatever you want on me, because I'll just tell you to fuck off if I don't like it, or politely
live your life
tell you
the way
to fuck
you want to
off.
live it, but don't push it on me.
Yeah.
I think these kids
who are making decisions to be, like I saw somebody, it was like I want to say Florida, that was like 12 years old, that he just woke up one day and said, "Mom, I'm going to be a girl now." And it's like,
yeah,
at 12 years old, you shouldn't have that.
We support your decision.
Yeah.
Well, look at Bill Maher. Bill Maher put it best. He's like, when I was 9, 10, 11, and 12 years old, I wanted to be a pirate. He's like, thank God my mom and dad did not support that, because I would have a wooden leg and be wearing a fucking eye patch with only one eye now.
Yeah. And that's the thing. They try to. I don't want to get too political on this, Jesus.
Yeah,
but they try to push it off like it's all Democrats. Anybody on the left or is a flaming liberal, but it's not the case. This is not a huge percentage of the population, just like the extremists on the far right. But that's what gets views on me. That's what gets views for national media. So that's what they're going to show us. Where most people, doesn't matter if we're left or right or in the center, if there is such a thing. Most of us just want to live our lives, not bother anybody, and be happy and not hurt anybody.
I'm in the center.
I like to think I am. Some might tell me no, but I'm not. But I don't bother anybody, so that puts me in the center. Sure, I'll voice my opinion every now and then. But if you have a different opinion, cool.
Yep.
See, what puts me in the center is the fact that, like, I've had friends say, "Oh, who you voting for this year?" And I'm like, "Well, first of all, that's for me to know. Like, isn't that what we're supposed to vote anonymously? You don't really go around saying, 'Hey, I did this,' and you have to do it, or you're not my friend anymore." It's like, that's why I don't get involved in that, because I just, like, I'll vote for who I want to vote for, and I'm not going to gloat about it later. I'm not going to say, "Oh, my guy won." If my guy wins, that's great. If my guy loses, oh well. I still get up, put my shoes on the right way. I put my shirt on, and I'm still working my same weekly job.
The thought that people lose friends and even family members over something that honestly, I don't believe any of us have any control over.
True.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
But that's it. I'm done talking about politics.
That's
for at least 5 minutes.
And on this episode of Backwoods Politics, we're going to cover a movie now.
We do that every now and then.
That show can be held for politics.
I want politics. We need to. We need to take a vote.
Don't worry, I'm working on something, but you're using half the material, so I don't know. But I'll go backstage, but here I'm going to leave y'all with this.
Yeah.
Like, you backwoods motherfuckers, you're covering all my material I've been working on.
I have to come up with a new idea now. What the fuck?
So, in this episode, we're going back to camp, like we said we were going to do with our.
This is the beginning of our summer. Back to Camp series.
Yep.
Yeah, like we were saying on the last episode, we're going to do a regular show, and then we'll do a Back to Camp show all summer long, hopefully. But we were planning on starting this last month, and when we were on another network, and we're starting it this month instead. But
yep,
last month was the late great Gunnar Hansen's birthday, the original Leatherface. And so we figured for the first Back to Camp episode, what better movies to cover than Gunnar Hansen movies? And it turns out there's not a whole lot of those to pick from.
Yeah, camp movies anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, and there's not a shit ton of Gunnar Hansen movies. I mean, you say Gunnar Hansen, everybody's going to think we're going to be covering Texas Chainsaw, but we didn't want to do that. So we have picked 1994's Mosquito, also known as Blood Fever in some countries. I think it was what they marketed it as.
Yeah, I would have stuck with Mosquito.
Yep. With director and special effects guy Gary Jones. This had a super low budget, just either just a little under 200,000 or a little over 200,000 is what they'd spent on this movie, and it did decent at the box office for what it was. It was almost $1 million. It was like 986,000.
So it made money. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it did make money. It would have made more money, but the production company that bought it, as soon as they bought them, and they said, okay, we're going to give you this much money, and they cut them one check and gave them the check. Then they found out on the news 3 days later they filed bankruptcy. So, yeah. So they lost marketing, all that, and that's why this company bought them, was to try to have something to tide them over under bankruptcy. Or I think this movie would have done a lot better. This might have went straight to home video. I don't remember. It might have not got. Yeah, I don't remember if it went to the theater.
I think.
Yeah, it did. Because they were like, hey, we're gonna be on the big screen. We're gonna go to theaters, and then they found out they filed bankruptcy, and it went straight to home video. It was. Go ahead, Code.
No, I was just going to say that the film, you said it might have been bigger with, it might have been a little bigger with marketing, but it was not. If it would have been made, it should have been made in the 80s, because when it comes down to it, it's a throwback to the old 50s creature features.
And that's exactly what Gary Jones wanted for this. He said nobody had made a movie about killer mosquitoes. It was filmed entirely in Michigan near Detroit City, using old school stop motion and puppetry. And the swarms, now there's some horrible. The swarms of skeeters were cut animation. So that's kind of like South Park, only South Park did it a lot better. But
so bad.
But yeah, the swarms were bad. But when you look at the budget this thing had, it's pretty cool. Now the puppetry and stuff on it, and it wasn't animatronics. Effects. Yes, the practical effects and the puppetry was badass in this movie. I mean, they looked real. They looked squishy. They looked goofy.
Out of the $200,000 budget, I'd say about $199,999 got spent on the puppetry and practical effects, and well, you get the picture.
Yeah, I'm hoping they didn't spend too much on the acting. It's got some bad acting in it, but it's just such a fun damn movie, though.
It is.
The first time I saw it, the first time I saw it, I was watching it with my dad on TNT Monster Vision with Joe Bob Briggs, and he played this one first, and then the next one was Ticks. And these two movies have just stuck with me, especially everything Joe Bob's got to say about them, and the behind the scenes things and everything he had. And how the skeeters get so big, these mosquitoes are what, 5 foot long?
Yeah, right, Aaron. Texas mosquitoes. I've seen these mosquitoes in real life.
Yes, they're pretty big. I was sorry, I'm jumping in, but did you want me to play the trailer? Just let me know whenever you want me to play the trailer for Mosquito.
Sure. Oh, hell yeah, go ahead and play it right now.
No?
Okay. There we go. He's finding it. There it goes. Good. Yeah, that's why we're doing that.
From the producers of The Blob and Prince of Darkness, and the special effects wizards behind Evil Dead 3, Hard Target, and Batman Returns.
Evil Dead 3.
The science fiction film of Eve. It came from another galaxy. It transformed one of Earth's smallest insects into a bloodthirsty swarm of terror. Now, 5 people brought together by fate will confront their worst nightmares.
There is definitely something else. Aliens, and they're everywhere. And this guy's obviously been zapped. You're insinuating that my brother and I have done anything wrong? Something is killing these people and sucking them dry of blood.
It's a mosquito, all right, I'm positive.
Take a nap, pal. AIDS, mosquito AIDS, hundreds of them, thousands of them. Ain't life a bitch?
Steve Dixon. Ron Ashton. Rachel Losell. Kim Lovelace. And Gunnar Hansen, star of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They will fight to survive and battle the ultimate enemy.
Night Swarm.
Night Swarm.
Man, I've never heard it called that. Sounds like a bad porno.
Oh, God. You know, oddly enough, all the actors in this went on to win Academy Awards.
No shit.
No, shit. Lots of shit.
Lots
The
of
dude from
lots of poop.
about to say. Let's say maybe the one dude from the Stooges for his music background, but not from any acting. But man, he's the worst actor in all this. But
I
he's so
heard you
horrible.
say that
It's great.
during the trailer. I heard you say Evil Dead 3.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 3.
But if you think about it, though, any of them critters out there, think about it. If mosquitoes were fucking giant like this, that would be fucking terrifying, because look how ferocious the little bastards are, as small as they are.
Trav,
The whole
Trav.
swarm coming after you.
I just mentioned this. I was just talking to Aaron about this. Go to Texas. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
They're
You
the
take
size
them
of
out with a 12
hummingbirds.
gauge. You take them out with a 12 gauge then.
When I got to watch this, though, I like you guys said, it's a lot of fun. It really is. I think the budget was made with the price of a pizza, though.
Oh,
no
yeah.
no pun intended.
It might be good then.
Oh, yeah. I've actually got the physical on this, and this is what I like about having the physical media, is you get the behind the scenes, the making of, and this and that you don't get when you stream shit. Yeah. And the behind the scenes was neat, seeing how they actually done this, and how little bitty of a studio they had. They basically rented this guy's like shop out there, and matter of fact, a lot of the shit they had there was still there over 20 years later when they went back to look at it. And,
Oh wow!
All of the scenes when they were in the house and everything was in this little bitty freaking area, and they just built these rooms, and they did a good job of that. The production for what they had, I thought, was really good.
Yeah.
It starts off, aliens crash onto Earth, and skeeters feed off of him.
What an original idea.
Yeah, and then they grow fucking big. But it works. It's better than ticks, where some dude was using super fertilizer to grow pot, and the ticks get into the fertilizer, and then they get big as fucking cherry pies. But
that's how the shit starts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to see ticks though.
Oh, ticks is awesome.
Clint Howard.
From what I remember, yeah, it's got Clint Howard stars in it. Well, not a star.
Well, then it have to be good.
Star. And yeah, Ticks was awesome too. It was, when was Ticks? I think Ticks was made in 95-ish, 7-ish.
Early 90s, yeah. It was right around
Yeah.
the time of Mosquito, yeah.
Yeah, I want to say
Within
it
a
was
year
about
or
the same
two.
time, Mosquito. Yeah. I remember seeing them both at the movie at a G&L video. They're side by side.
I think it was before.
Was it before?
Yeah, because I remember seeing it on the previews for like Highlander 2.
Was it 92, 93-ish then?
Ticks was made in 1993.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
93,
it was before
okay.
Mosquito.
All right.
Thank you, Poe.
Do we have to start calling him Wiki Poe?
Wiki Poe.
Wiki Poe.
That's kind of catchy. That's kind of catchy, isn't it?
Poe?
Hey, Wiki Poe.
He's speechless.
I can't hear you. I think you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was muted.
He said, sorry, I meant to mute you guys.
You know what? You get what you pay for. So.
Oh, shit. Is this a precursor to what happened last time?
No, we're all still here.
Yeah, for now.
For at least 3 shows.
Wait, this is our second show, isn't it?
Yeah, I said for at least 3 shows, so we got one more.
Oh, well, I guess. But yeah, Mosquito. What can you say? You know, when your top billing is a guy who hasn't had a starring role in 20 years.
Yeah. But still, I mean, its plot was loose, but they made it work.
It worked because it was, look at the old 50s creature features.
Oh, yeah. And the kills,
not like
and the
they had
special
strong
effects.
Yeah.
You know,
Which in
that's
those,
what
the
carried.
50s, they didn't have the technology, the practical effects
No.
weren't there yet. And this one does, I will say that for it. It does deliver on the
Oh yeah.
on the kills and practical effects.
Yeah.
I mean,
most of it.
The plot's loose, like we said. You got a couple traveling because the girlfriend or wife, whichever one she is, has got a new job at the park, and they hit a mosquito on the way, and its beak, or scientific term proboscis, punctures their radiator, so they get stuck in a town, and of course the bug is just torn to shreds. You can't tell what it is, but the one woman says, I think this is a proboscis. This is what a bloodsucker uses, like a mosquito. Of course, the boyfriend's like, no, we hit an animal. They catch a ride with a federale who's investigating thinks it's a meteorite, but it was a crash.
Thinks it's a meteorite, yeah.
Thinks it's a meteorite, but it was the crash landing from the alien. And then they head out, and then you get introduced to Gunner's scene with even Gunner's acting wasn't too great in this one. But yeah, the two he had, I mean, they were just trying to act backwoods is the term you could put it. And it was Gunnar Hansen's son and nephew.
Yeah.
And that's the first time you really get to see the mosquito too, is when the cousin is using a shit house, and he looks up and sees the giant skeeter and takes off running. And then the other Pabst Blue drinking redneck shoots his cousin when he's trying to shoot a mosquito.
Yeah, and then Gunnar gets the first kill with the what was it, a shotgun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulls out the shotgun, shoots him.
But that's the first time you actually get to see the mosquito in full effect too.
Yeah. Then Well, then don't forget though, you get the guys out fishing. Is the
Yes.
first really good kill you get to see from the Mosquito's perspective, and that was freaking awesome. You know, the one guy flips out of the boat, and the other one that shows the Mosquito going down and getting him and injecting into him, or not injecting into him, but piercing him, then sucking it out, and you see his skin shriveling up and the eyes popping out and all that.
Yeah.
That was done excellently, by the way.
Well, this movie throws you off so much because you see this. You know, you start off with the really shitty acting and not so great cinematography, and then then boom, a great practical effects scene. You're like, wow, you know, this looks pretty professional. And then you go right back to more shitty acting and really lousy.
Oh yeah. Well, if you remember, right after the fishermen get killed, is when you meet Hendrix. What's his name? That was from the band, the Stooges. Oh my God, how horrible is that acting? Where he's kind of like the stooge of the park rangers, and his boss talks him up. We got to get you to go out and fog for the Mosquitoes. You're on the front line for all these campers, so they have an enjoyable night. Then he kind of puts on a Rambo persona then and kicks open the shed door, and he's got this old fogger. He's running around fogging the campground and all that.
Everybody's like, stop that. Get it away from us. Because he's like putting it right near there, like grilling shit.
He's fogging everything. He's even sticking it in their tents and shit.
But yeah, his character I didn't like as much. But I was kind of intrigued by the Parks character. The one who is out there. I was intrigued with him, and I thought the girl actually was pretty. I think she was the smartest of the whole bunch. Like she knew what was going on before the guy was investigating the meteor. She was knew what was going on before.
Well, if I remember right, she majored in college. What she said in what's the study of insects? Anthropology or whatever. No, it's not anthropology. What the hell is the study of insects? I can't remember. But anyway, she studied in that.
Yeah, she kept saying, like, I wish I could get this thing back to the school so I could, run some tests on it.
Yep, exactly.
And nobody, the whole time, they're like, this is the biggest bug on the fucking planet, and they're just blowing it off like, oh, well, that's neat.
Yeah, well, they haven't found it yet.
Yeah, but they hit this, it fucking takes their radiator out. It's a bug big enough to take their radiator out.
Yeah, well, yeah, he says
nobody's excited over this. They're like,
it was something. She's the only one freaking out about it, you know. But the boyfriend's kind of like, it was some kind of bug, some kind of animal, what, you know.
This motherfucker is completely clueless through the entire film.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you know, that's when they cut back to Ray, and then when they stop by the bridge. Because he's got to use his meter readings, and then this is when they find the fisherman, the first guy
pulls
that got
out
killed.
the old PKE meter.
Yeah. Looked like something out of a sketchy Ghostbusters porno parody, didn't it? But and then you get the better visual of the Mosquito skill, you know, or Mosquito kill. Damn, I've had a few too many PBRs already, y'all.
Hey, you're allowed. I'll give it to you this time. It's an adjustment.
Oh, it is. And it shows them all, you know, the carcass is all shriveled up and everything in the clothes. And, you know, like Code said, the special effects are just awesome in this. Even today's standards. No CGI, none of that bullshit. All just good old-fashioned practical effects.
Except for the cutout animations of the mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah. Well, the practical effects kind of make you forget about that shit.
Well, I feel like they would have been better just to leave those out altogether and just get the reactions of the characters as they're like, oh, there they are. They're following us. Watch out.
I agree. But, you know, back in the day, it's kind of a, you know, sign of the times.
Yeah.
And then
we'll just leave that in there.
Yeah, might as well. Fuck it. Well, they were operating with a little under 200K too. So then they roll into the campground and find where Or no. We almost forgot that one of the best kills. I think that's when it cuts to the tent kill.
Oh,
With the
yes,
couple
that
having
is.
sex. Then he gets out of the tent to go get a new beer and take a piss. And she's in there, and the mosquito comes in there tickling her.
Yeah,
On her feet, and works its way up, and then all of a sudden just freaking gouges her right
in
in her
the
ass
ass
cheek.
cheek.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it got its ass fucking in.
Oh, and I
Like,
expected,
they went there.
Yeah.
I expected this one to be like a quick kill, like, so just get, and attacks. No, this one went on for a while, she fought on it and fought it away, and then stabs her in the ass and works on her. It takes forever for her boyfriend to get back.
Tell me that wasn't Evil Dead influenced at all.
See, I think we're all in agreement. That's the best kill of the movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we need. This is the second episode. We need to coin giggity. Yes, giggity. We need to coin a phrase for the best kill in a film. What are you thinking? Beergasm?
Beergasm sounds good.
Yeah, Beergasm will work.
The Beergasm Award winner is announce it.
Beergasm of the film right there. Yeah.
Mosquito poker to the ass cheek. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. That was more than a poke. It was a fucking gouge, rubbing.
But literally, when I saw that scene, all I could think about when I was watching that scene was Evil Dead 1 with the tree fuck. That's all I could think about.
Yeah, you didn't get to see any penetration on that, though.
If it'd been a little more, that would have been even better. But on the behind the scenes on this, the woman they were interviewing her, and they're like, she's like, they had me in this flesh colored thong, and she's like, they were trying to keep the thong out of the picture, and she's like, I'm fine with being nude, especially the female body is a beautiful thing, it's a work of art, and so she's like, they kept fucking her up, and she's like, it was fucking cold out there when we were filming. She said, finally, I'm like, guys, piss on it here. She said, I just took this thong off and threw it. It's like, we can do it this way. So she was butt naked then. They kept trying to work around this thong, and she said, we did that in 2 more takes.
Oh, jeez. I think my favorite scene, though, honestly, was the scene when they get to the cabin, and they're like the cabin that has the basement, and
the farmhouse.
Gunnar comes up with the chainsaw, and he goes, I haven't handled one of these in 20 years.
20 years. Feels good.
I look at that. It was 94, so I was like, it's a Texas Chainsaw reference.
20 years, yeah. And that was the line that sold the movie for me. After that, up to that point, I was like, oh, God, please let this be over. And then Gunnar walks in with a big fucking chainsaw and shoots off that line.
Oh, yeah.
And
don't forget. Go ahead.
That was the first line in the film that actually really felt natural coming out of his mouth.
Yes.
Like this, he's like, this is what I've been wanting to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't forget about the car chase and the RV. Not really a car chase, a mosquito chase. Thrown together.
That's a great scene, too.
And that's when Gunnar meets him, him and Junior. And they try to take him over, and that is one of the horriblest fight / trying to steal a vehicle scenes I've ever seen. But so they wind up going ahead. I would have been like, fuck you, stay here and get sucked dry. I would have loaded back up in the RV and hauled ass, but no, we can't leave them here. So they tie them up and put them in.
After they just tried to
didn't
leave them, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing they didn't, because nobody else would have been big enough to pick up that fucking chainsaw he found, too. That was a big fucking saw. But, then they wreck it, and, they're in the middle of the fucking woods, in the middle of nowhere. Cody, you've grown up out in the middle of nowhere. We've been
I would argue that. I have not grown up.
But anyway, you've lived in the middle of nowhere forever, and... Where in the fuck do you find overflow storm drains like that to hide in the middle of the woods?
Maybe they were close to a dam or a lake.
5, 6, 7. with 8 storm drain overflow excess mandrels coming into it.
Yeah, and I mean, where it's like a maze of them. Where
yeah. I mean, it's like Jason Mack takes Manhattan sewage drainage shit there, you know. But that was kind of off right there. But then, you know, then like Mahoney said, when they get to the farmhouse.
Hey, Mr. Nanner's in the house, and Darren
Mr.
Hawkins.
Nanners, good to
Crazy
see
Rock
you.
Films.
Hey, Crazy Rock Films.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Nanner.
Anybody that hasn't checked out Helvira yet, pick up the DVD. I think the Blu-ray might be available now. And also Evil Lurks from Crazy Rock Films. It's another great one. You can watch it on Tubi or I think evillurks.com maybe. Hopefully I'm not wrong. You can pick up the Blu-ray.
Oh,
support independent film rake.
Yes,
awesome. Hell yes.
Independent films rock, guys.
Yeah, both of them. Great films. They're a blast.
Yes, they are.
I'm in the process of still watching Evil Lurks. I worked a 20-hour day last week, and I was home, and you know how when now you're overtired, you can't sleep. So I was just like, I put on Evil Lurks, and I was like, okay, now I got to finish this another time. But it was great up until that. I'm up to the 30-minute point right now, so I will definitely finish that.
I advise watching it like that, and then after you done, to really get the full scene of it, you need to watch it early in the morning one day when you're not going to be sleepy or nothing, and watch it all the way through.
Yeah, well,
you won't really fully understand it until you do.
On LSD.
I was surprised I made it through my second film because I made it through Mosquito, and I was like, well, shit, the show's tomorrow, so I got to definitely watch this. And I watched the second film. Well, we'll talk about that, but I was surprised I made it through both.
Yeah. Cool. You were talking about when Gunnar finds the saw?
Yes.
Remember the scene where he actually cuts through the door, the basement door? Well, that was a functional saw. It wasn't a movie prop. And there's actually a chain on it. If you go back and look, you can see it.
I did. I
noticed that. Yeah.
Well, they had it to where there was going to be a real chain because they wanted it to look real through the whole thing. So if you notice when Gunnar's walking around, you see his eyes back and forth because he was afraid that when he moved, somebody in the production crew was going to be in the way.
Yeah.
And in the scene where he cuts through the door, they wanted a camera right there. And he's like, guys, we can't do this. They're like, we got a camera right here. We're going to film this way. He's like, he's against the wall. He's like, I'm cutting into this. And he's like, I've ran a saw. He said, you know, where I grew up. And then he said, my profession in chainsaw massacre. He's like, no. He's like, as soon as I start cutting into that door, if it's not sharpened right and this and that, he said, if it bucks, that's where it's going to buck and jump. And somebody's standing there, I'm going to get them. He said, I'm not doing that. So then they backed the camera away on the opposite side. And he's like, he said the chain was sharp on it. He said it just cut through everything effortlessly. And he's like, there's a scene where he's running through the basement with it and he's revving it up. Well, they had plexiglass set up for one set of the cameras, and they had another camera guy over another area and didn't. And he's running, and then he gets to the end of it, and all of a sudden the saw over revs, the chain broke and come off, and the chain flung, and a piece of it hit Gunnar in the forehead. You'll see him rub his forehead on the behind the scenes. But the chain actually wrapped around the other camera guy that didn't have the plexiglass protection, wrapped around his leg.
Holy shit.
And he said, just luckily it was a cool day, and that guy was wearing good heavy denim jeans and wasn't wearing shorts. Or he said it would have cut the living shit out of him. He said all it done was put a few holes in his jeans. So he said after that, that's where you see the film stops with the real chain. And he's like, I'm not running this anymore with the chain on it. No, piss on it. This is too dangerous. I ain't doing it. And that's when you see it switch. And you'll notice people that's ran a chainsaw will notice it doesn't have a chain on it after that. And that's just, that's the tip of the iceberg on the behind the scenes stuff and this and that on there. We don't got enough time to cover all the behind the scenes.
Well, they were operating on such a small budget, you know, I'm sure a lot of corners were cut.
Oh, yeah. They had to. Well, the farmhouse that they were at, that was actually one of the production guys or the assistant director, I can't remember. It was his mom and dad's house he grew up in.
Oh, holy shit.
It was actually their farmhouse. For the outside scenes, like we're on the roof and this and that, they had one evening to do that. And he said his dad was getting pissed because he had to get up early and go to work.
They're running around on his roof. That's great.
And they wouldn't let him
Safety is
put
your
any
best
nails.
friend. I say that more now than I used to, but yeah, I'm with you on that, buddy.
Yeah, that's not far off.
Same here.
Yep.
We don't bounce back as quick as we used to. Yeah.
But that's about all I got on that.
I'm glad you turned me on to this film, both, because I really enjoyed it. If we were doing a ranking system, I would give it like good 6 out of 10. I enjoyed it.
Cool.
I enjoyed it enough to give it a 6.
Shit, I just thought of this, Trav. We're gonna have to completely redo our ranking system now.
Oh fuck, we are. Pabst Blue Ribbon's now the best beer you can rank on it.
Yeah. Okay. So, gentlemen, out of PBRs, how many? Out of 5 PBRs, how many PBRs are we going to give?
10 PBRs.
10 PBRs.
Out of 10 PBRs.
Out of 10. Okay. Out of 10.
Okay.
10 PBR scale. What are we giving it?
And if you really don't like a film, you can rate it in Bud Light.
And become woke.
Yeah.
I'll out of a 10, I'll give it a 7.5.
Really?
Hell of a rating.
Yeah, I mean, besides the acting, I mean, if the acting was better, I would definitely get a 9 or a 10. But I can, since this is a movie about paying tribute to the 50 films, I give it props for that, because there are not a lot of movies that do that anymore. So, just out of the respect that they gave to that 50 films, I definitely would give it a 7.5.
Awesome.
So I want to interject real quick. So the rating system is a Pabst Blue Ribbons, right?
Yep.
So I would say, if you drink 10 Pabst, it'd be more watchable. So I'm going to do 2 Pabst Blue Ribbons for this, not because it sucked, because that's all I need to watch it.
That's brilliant, sir. I like the way you think. So the higher the rating, the worse the film. I love that.
What you get? Yeah.
I do like that, but that's going to be confusing as shit. You know it?
Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. So, Trav, we're going to need okay, Rob, we're going to need your new rating. How many
2.5, man. 2.5.
2.5. 2.5.
Hell yeah.
I will give it a good solid 3.5 PBRs. It wasn't a horrible watch, but it wasn't the easiest either. If you're a fan of 50s creature features, definitely check it out.
And throwback.
Otherwise, you might want to beware.
Well, it's just fun. It's entertaining. And I'd have to give it I'll have to go 2.5 on it.
2.5? Okay, fair enough.
So me and Trevor,
I give it 5 out of 10 Folgers Crystals coffees.
Oh shit! So
everybody come up with your own rating system.
After 5 of those coffees, he was buzzing more than the mosquitoes. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's just a fun movie. It's
what happened.
With a name like Mosquito, you're not expecting no blockbuster or nothing like that.
Yes,
but
I went into it with low expectations, so it exceeded my expectations.
The only thing I regret,
I've seen it.
I really wish that I would have sent Aaron the trailer for Mosquito Coast instead of Mosquito to play before the review.
But I remember it'd been so long since I seen it, which I bought the DVD about a year ago, and what stuck out to me was the special effects. Is what I remembered.
What happened to Slits? I don't ever see Slits anymore.
I didn't even remember the bad acting in it until I watched it again.
Yeah.
If you want the trailer for Mosquito Coast, I mean, I can get it.
well, do we have another PBR video we can play for a brief intermission?
Let me see. I can find something. Just give me a minute.
PBR theme song. Scuzz Twitty.
Okay,
Keep
let
your
me
hands
look it
on
up.
my PBR. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting it. By who?
Scuzz Twitty.
Twitly.
Twidley, that's right. Keep your
Scuzz
hands
Twitly.
off my PBR.
Keep your hands on my PBR.
That's Baby T's hero.
There it is. Okay, hold on.
He's
I'm
our
getting.
hero.
All right.
He's a national hero now.
He's a national hero now.
I thought you said Conway Twitty.
No, the better one. Scuzz Twitly.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, not Conway Twitty. He drank his stuff out of a decanter. He wasn't a beer man, I don't think. I think he was more whiskey. All right, let me. I'm gonna share my screen here. Hold on.
Share with us.
I will.
Wise one.
You're asking a lot of me, man.
You can do it.
You can do it. All right, hold on. Let me. I'll get it so y'all can do a little break.
Okay.
I just hope it doesn't flag us for this. It doesn't look like we're gonna get any kind of anything.
Probably
But
not. He'll like the promotion.
here you go.
Perfect.
What is that noise? That is the new neighbor. He's like a country singer or something. How lucky for you. You should see his truck. That rusty thing parked in front of the house. Can't miss it. It's like 100 years old. I thought that was like the gardeners or something. Where is he from? Probably like Kentucky or Fresno. What's his name? Get this. It says Scuzz on the back of his truck. For reals. For reals. Scuzz Twitly in big old shiny letters. OMG. Hello, Beverly Hillbilly.
You can spit on my pickup truck, on my mama lousy whore. Leave a flaming bag of dog shit outside my trailer door. But don't go messing with my Pabst Blue Ribbon, 'cause ain't gone way too far. Keep your hands off my PBR. You can bang my little sister like a drum in the big parade. You can hand me a big old cup of piss and tell me it's a lemonade. You can hide or ride up a rattlesnake in my grandma's cookie jar, but keep your hands off my PBR. You can call Clint Eastwood a homo. You can say Chuck Norris is queer. You can claim John Wayne was a fan of cock, but keep your hands off my fucking beer. You can kick me in the gonads. You can drag me by the old nutsack. You can tie my pecker in a granny knot and stick your corn cob up my crack. Don't touch my tasted beverage, 'cause then you took it way too far. Keep your hands off my PBR. You can cop a cheap feel of my woman's ass. You can squeeze her sloppy tits. But if you go fingering my liquid lover, I'm gonna lose my shit. 'Cause when I wanna party, only one drink will do. I reach right for an icy can of the red, white, and blue. So if you see it down at the tavern, bellied up to the bar. Keep your hands off my PBR. Just keep your hands off my PBR.
You know,
Oh, that was beautiful.
That's my new favorite song.
Dude, I'll tell you what, like, we used to have PBR down here, and I guess it needs we don't have it anywhere down here.
It's hard
No
to find
shit.
here too. Walmart still got it, but
yeah, it's hard to find here.
You know what? Walmart does have it. I think next time the wife is in the area of a Walmart, I'll have her get me some PBR since they're the anti-woke beer now, so that's good.
All right.
Well,
who
my
distributes
job-
Lone Star?
Lone Star is actually they come out of the Pearl Brewery out of San Antonio. So yeah, we got anti-woke beer. Over the weekend when I was down when I was back home, I ordered Tecate Lights. So those are good. So that's a Mexican beer. So Tecate, I drink Lone Star. I'm just drinking Miller Lite because that's one of my choices. But
Man, I really want to find Lone Star, but we can't get it around here.
yeah,
dude.
it sucks that we can't.
you know, okay. Here's a question, Travis. You can't see the screen. Mr. Nanners, did all of you stop drinking Bud Light? I know, me personally, I stopped drinking anything Anheuser-Busch makes, which is one of my golfing beers is Michelob Ultra, so I don't drink that. I think what else do they have? They have
Well,
of course Bud
I never
Light.
drink. Oh, they got a wall of them.
Modelo.
Estilo 2 hours. Estilo 2 hours is theirs.
Natty Light.
Land Shark, Bush Light.
It's like that. Yeah, Bush Light too.
Shit
Yeah.
ton of them. Personally, I don't do light beer. I don't like light beer. I'm not on a diet.
Yeah.
So I do full flavored, and I always drink Budweiser. And now it looks like I'm doing straight PBR. So yeah, I'm done with them.
I wish
Go fucking broke.
Yeah,
I don't want shit pushed on me.
Well,
I mean,
I don't want to go into the whole thing, but yeah, it's that's what people don't get. They think it's because they think it's like you're homophobic or transphobic and stuff, but it's
Exactly.
no. Look at the person that that they put as the spokesperson and their views and their values. That's what we have a problem with.
See,
so
all women in America need to stand up and bitch slap the fuck out of that guy.
Oh yeah, they do.
They do. That is a
Well, she's a guy, so
America. Is it not?
Yeah, I'm sorry I cut you. I'll go ahead and say what you said.
Oh, you're good. So that is a slap in the face to any woman in America.
I agree. I agree.
This is, that they have to. It's the equivalent of letting men compete in the female part of the Olympics.
Yeah,
fucking
ridiculous.
Like, you fuckers have gotta take our beer too, don't you? Don't you?
Seems like the best women have to offer are born men now.
Oh, I seen a deal where the fucking woman was getting pissed because this guy was like, so if you think I won't date a trans woman or man, whatever the fuck you want to call it, because I'm very confused now.
Yeah.
I'm transphobic? Yeah. He's like, I'm not gay. She's like, well, if they're trans, you're not gay if you're dating them. And he's like, if they have a penis, that makes me gay. He's like, this don't work. He's using the two fingers. He's like, no. And then the other guy's like, yeah, I don't want a shit dick. And, oh my God, her head exploded then. And I went back and tried to find that clip so I could send it to you, Poe, and they have deleted that motherfucker off the internet. It's gone. I can't find it. After that guy said the shit dick, that was it.
I might be paraphrasing here, but that video I talked about before the show with Tom McDonald said, "So we're celebrating someone that's been a woman for 365 years. Hey, my mom's been a woman for 43,000 days. She's not on the can."
I'd fucking celebrate
exactly.
that trans dude if he'd been alive 365 years. I'm like, yeah, good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't
fucking the new age. Oh shit, Lestat went queer. What the shit?
Yeah. Well,
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
oh, Christ.
I'm surprised he's not deep throating that fucking can.
I'm gonna get us in trouble.
I'm not sure, but I'm saying that and seen one up close a few times, you know.
I ate two and I got fooled.
All right, guys, I'll duck out.
No, you're supposed to open them first. You don't understand.
Oh shit!
Was the whole thing where he's like, "It's it's March Madness. I don't know what teams are playing, but I'm for all the teams." It's like, you stupid idiot! Like, why would you even mention sport? If you don't know shit about sports, just shut your mouth. Like,
you
don't
stupid bitch. All right, I guess I'm contradicting myself. Maybe you are a woman.
We're stealing all of Poe's ideas for his next show, by the way.
Oh no, I got
a catcher and a pitcher.
This train.
Poe never runs out of ideas.
Thank you.
That's true.
But no, my first one I already got what I'm going to be talking about. But yeah, this it's insanity at the highest level, and you know, my brother, you know, the Spurs have, I guess, a secondary team that they play in. I think they play in Austin sometimes, like some sort of scrimmage game or something. And he went there, and he went with his buddy Travis, and they didn't. They said all the Bud Lights were still on the shelf. Like, no one around that arena, the whole fucking arena, was not having a Bud Light in their hand, or Budweiser. Any of their drinks were not being sold. Yep. I mean, they were being sold, but no one bought them.
And just like that, suddenly everybody has good taste in beer.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I have not drank Bud Light since high school. You know, that was my go-to when I was in high school. And yeah, it's illegal. I was 18. But anyway, but
excuses.
Well, yeah, exactly. But the thing about this too is they have so many other beers. I mean, like Trevor said, you have Busch Light and Busch beer, and you put cans out there with ducks flying because hunters buy Busch and all this, and people think that that's not going to be a good market. And it's like, those are your clientele. Those guys buy cases.
Yeah.
Of cases for a whole hunting weekend. You know how much money you just lost?
You know, and they're not putting the ducks on the can and saying the ducks self-identify as chickens.
Oh, God. Sorry, Grandpa.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Paul. You just come in. This has been like 5 minutes of the show. You've come in at the wrong time, buddy. Sorry.
Yes.
And by the way, if anybody hasn't checked out the 2 new episodes of Grandpa's Playlist on Spotify, Pure Alcoholism, put trannies on all alcohol. It might do it. It might do it, buddy.
I had to pull that up.
Holy shit, I almost blew PBR all over my notes when I read that.
Hats off to you, Paul.
Fuck, PBR is going to be the best fucking seller in America in the next 2 months.
Yeah, we need an unusual deal for this show because we've been playing the hell out of PBR shit. And I'm wearing a hat and y'all are drinking it. So,
fuck, we're working on a new sponsor.
I guess.
Fuck that. Fuck Pure Spectrum CBD oil. We're going for alcohol.
PBR will cure all your needs.
Helps the joints and improves my memory. Well, maybe not, but
hey, you saw what it done for
Gotta do it.
You cannot play that enough.
I know.
No.
You know, I can't help but think, Aaron, what if the late great Patrick Swayze would have ever done a PBR commercial. You think he was a PBR guy?
Yeah, he was. That's all for the commercial
Really?
he was in. What, you want me to play the commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah. Play the commercial.
Little Roadhouse Swayze PBR.
I will. That's a good one. I know. You know what? You know who's gonna love this episode is Joey T, because he's a big.
This is from Joey T. I stole this from him. They do this on Jacket Audio, another great podcast everybody needs to check out. They've been running for years. Joey T and T Mac over at Jacket Audio. They're a blast. They talk a lot of 90s music, 90s rock, and Patrick Swayze.
So it's Jack It Audio.
Yeah,
Jacket.
like
No, just like Jacket. Jacket Audio. Jacket Audio.
All right.
It sounds more like a porn site than a podcast site.
No. Well, that was the name. T-Mac had an audio store, but yes, it does sound like a porn shop. Yeah.
Hey, whatever gets some views.
Fuck, we'll probably get more views every time we say porn. So we got to remember about every 30 seconds, just randomly somebody say porn.
I thought we'd get more views by saying Henry Rollins.
I have never seen a PBR band.
He said the magic word. It's like Pee Wee's Playhouse in here.
Yeah. Oh shit!
All right. Sorry. What were you saying about PBR, Travis?
I don't remember now. It was too damn funny.
All right. Are y'all ready for the commercial?
Yep.
Throw some Swayze on us. $1979.
When the sun goes down and the evening rolls around, that's the time I find got the ribbon on my mind.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Eat your heart out, John Travolta. Too bad Patrick Swayze ain't staying alive no more.
That's what smoking's bad for you.
He died of pancreatic cancer, you dick.
He was a chain smoker.
That doesn't give you cancer in your pancreas.
How do you know?
America's premium beer since 1844.
You just blew my
A
mind.
lot to look forward to.
Dude, it puts fucking shit everywhere in your body. All the toxins.
I just love how he died of pancreatic cancer, you dick.
Dude, you don't know what smoking puts in your fucking body. It puts it everywhere. Be smart, America. Don't smoke, drink.
By the way, what's PBR made of?
May cause pancreatic cancer.
PBR is made out
Hey,
of patriotism,
baby
motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
Made out of red, white, and blue, motherfuckers.
Red, white, and blue.
Exactly.
That's right.
There we go. Patriotism in a fucking can. Yeah, Cody, ask Fauci.
If you drink
Shit.
you have to drink like maybe 2 cases of Paps. It'll get rid of COVID, okay? Put a hole in your mask and your Paps.
You know, come to think of it, I don't know anybody that drinks Pabst Blue Ribbon regularly that has died of COVID.
Yeah.
Do you, Cody?
It's the cure.
I do not.
We got the cure
I can
for
honestly
COVID.
say I do not. See, one PBR helps, but if you slam 3 PBR, you get triple the effectiveness.
And then the booster cans the next day.
The booster PBR.
The booster can.
Oh, fuck, we're going to get flagged on the FBI's page now.
I totally forgot we still have another movie to talk about.
We're gonna have fucking suits knocking on our doors asking for our research now.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Gosh.
Shit, we do got another movie to talk about.
Real quick, for the fact checkers, we're not doctors. None of us are. Don't let the looks fool you. And yeah, the CDC website has all the information you need. Okay, there you go.
CDC.gov.
I just covered
Check it out
Just-
for all your
Wait.
misinformation.
I'm a doctor, but it's a doctor of love. So,
Dr. Love.
yep, and I'm not worth a shit at it. So, take it as you see it.
Yeah. Well, okay, guys, we killed the mosquitoes. But
I like how
actually,
you
I
jumped right into that one.
got a fucking wasp ball here in the attic of the cabin. But,
Imagine them
seriously, I've been
motherfuckers
using
were 4 foot long.
oh shit, they're bad enough. They're big.
That's what's been taking out your mic.
Yeah. No, Mike took himself out.
He's working on it.
Oh, damn it. But on a more positive note, not really, but shall we move on to 1991's Campfire Tales?
Yes.
Another Gunnar Hansen great?
Straight to video release.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
Directed
I don't know about
William
great, but
Directed by William Kooky and Paul Talbot. This is another crude, super low budget film. I could not even find the budget on this, and I think one reason for that is they never could really tally it because it took them 4 years to make. Some of the film was actually filmed while the directors were still in high school.
Really?
I've done some digging on it. Yes.
Well, you know, I'm a little more forgiving of it then. You know,
I am too. I thought I had notes on this movie and I didn't. So yesterday evening, I did some digging on it and done some research, and that's some of the stuff I found on it. And I was a lot more forgiving on it after I found that out. From what I understand, it was like they spent their money and they were wanting a headliner. Of course, like everybody does is doing a movie, and they found Gunnar Hansen and he agreed to do it for little to nothing, really.
And well, this part's not very big in it. I mean, he's in the wraparound. So
No.
what? He probably wasn't
Exactly.
on set a whole week.
Yeah, he agreed to do it for next to nothing just to come out and be on the film, you know. It was more of a favor to them than it was anything than him coming on.
Yeah.
So I think he kind of liked the, from what I understood, well, again, this is shit I found written about it, and it's kind of hard to find stuff about this because there's also a Campfire Tales from 1997.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it like almost erased everything you can find on this because everything wants to go to it on any search engine. But yeah, from what I understand, they gave Gunnar their sales pitch, and you know, when he found out the history that they've been making this since they'd been in high school, he agreed to do it. So, which Gunnar was, from what I understand, you know, looking back, interviews, this and that, and people that worked with Gunnar, they said he was just a terrific guy to work with, a really, really nice-natured guy, and just a all-around good person.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard he was like super nice because I remember when he passed, you know, a lot of the actors that had worked with him did like a little tribute video, and they're just talking about how like sweet he wasn't, that like Leatherface. He was totally like everything was about giving back.
Well, who was it? Karonsky or whatever the fuck his name was that played him in the remake.
I have a story about that later too.
Yeah. He talked when Gunnar Hansen died. The day he died, he made a big post on social media about trashing him, Gunnar Hansen, and man, that he effectively canceled himself.
Yep.
Yeah, because I remember it was Ed Neal.
At least
Ed
with the
Neal
horror
came out.
community.
Yeah, Ed Neal came out after that and was talking how like he goes, I never met someone so disrespectful in my life. He's like, we got to meet some of that cast, and he's like, he basically didn't want to hear from any of the alumni how to play the character or whatever. He's like, he basically shit all over them. And that guy used to be on social media, and I had him as a friend at the time, and I had messaged him like, "You disrespectful piece of shit! Like, you basically told a fan to go suck his dead balls. Like what the fuck kind of person are you?" And like we had it out for a while. Like I would boycott in all my Texas Chainsaw groups that you weren't even allowed to like post his picture, anything he's been in. Don't even mention his fucking name.
Well, you know, it's kind of like when Tony Moran, who played Michael Myers, an unmasked Michael Myers in the original Halloween for like a half a second. He shit all over the Halloween fans and the franchise, and he's making his living doing conventions.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, this is how you're making your living, and you're shitting all over these people. You know what an asshole.
Yeah, he was there for what 1 second.
No, exactly.
And then like same with Warrington Gillette to me. Like Warrington Gillette was hardly fucking Jason, but yeah, people like, oh my god, I got Warrington Gillette's autograph. Who the fuck cares? Like fucking Steve Dash did that movie, not fucking Warrington Gillette.
But even Warrington was still in the Friday the 13th Part 2 more than Tony Moran was in
true.
Halloween.
I was just making the comparison between like Tony Moran's part of Michael Myers, where it wasn't even him. You just see his face for what, half a second.
Paul, I hate to interrupt you, but Grandpa the Nerd just said he can't wait to do the show. We cannot wait to have you on this show, Paul.
Hell yes.
Oh, God. Yes, Paul, you will enjoy it.
We will try. We're going to try to do a guest at least every other show, if not every show. I wouldn't care to have a guest on every show, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, because Jesus Christ, we all know that I can't carry a show or steer a conversation. So
you're just a
that's
fucking
what we got
co-host.
crap for, and we'll take all the help we can get. We need it.
Oh yeah, I'm the only one that speaks my mind. Oh shit.
Oh
yeah, that's still fucking hilarious that he just fucking bashed every one of you, but then it come my turn and I was the only one he had something nice to fucking say about. I guess since I was too fresh and he didn't get to know me yet, I don't know.
'Cause you're fresh.
I've only known you for a little while, and I have a lot of shit I could say.
It's all good. Bring it.
He deserves it. Trust me.
He's a liar.
Cracking open a nice, fresh, cold PBR.
The unofficial sponsor of Backwoods Horror. Hell, maybe somebody see this and put some of these clips up and it'll go viral and we'll actually get fucking sponsored, so we won't have such a hard time finding this shit here in Donovan. I'll just be happy with free PBR.
Yep. That's our life goal. Yep. But anyway,
Baby T might start drinking again then.
Yeah, campfire tale.
Maybe. He might actually do a podcast with us again someday too. So
no, I doubt that. So
he's rather reclusive. But that being said,
super low budget horror anthology, and its tagline was "Once upon a time, you're dead."
Clever.
Clever.
Yep, that was on the cover. And it's starring Gunnar Hansen as the creepy homeless campfire storyteller. Had 4 segments, of course, horror anthology. And the first one was Hook, a classic slasherisk, blood-soaked fun.
Not to be confused with the classic Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman, Peter Pan knockoff.
Yeah, completely different. Completely different.
I actually enjoyed Hook. I mean, the acting's horrible, but it's like a throwback, of the same old story we see with 2 kids out in the out in the open. You hear the news splash about the guy, and the boyfriend is the dumbest piece of shit. He's like, "Oh, he's not around here." Like, come on. And he drags her out in the fucking open. And I'm thinking, like, this is a fucking boyfriend that you don't want to have.
Hey, you know what? What would be great is if this movie had a trailer or something.
Oh, was just about to say, we need to cue the trailer.
What trailer?
Oh, there is a trailer. Okay.
This movie has a trailer?
Evidently it does. Our poll found it.
The wrong road. One wrong turn.
Guys, maybe we should go back up to the road. That way if a car comes and they can call for help. Oh, yeah, right before they kill us.
And 4 teenagers are about to learn.
This is the wrong one. This is the 97 one.
You just
yeah.
My bad. It said 91 on the fucking. It said 91 on the fucking.
Oh, this is great. Well, that's because it took place in 1991 on the 1997 movie.
Oh my god! Sorry, gentlemen.
That's some good shit.
They mislabeled shit.
Did I watch the wrong fucking movie?
I can see Rob's face on that. He's like, "What the?
Wait a minute."
I give this trailer 10 out of 10 PBR rating.
Look, it says Campfire Tales 1991. Oh my god!
It does.
Wasn't Campfire Tales 94? No, it was 91.
Nope,
it was
91.
It was 91. Well, I can't find one.
That's funny.
Well, whoever uploaded that probably thought that was because he probably found the 91 movie, and he thought that was the 91 movie and put it as 1991. Yeah, that's what I'm my best guess.
Well, Campfire Tales by itself is hard to find. About the only place you can find it is YouTube. It is not streaming anywhere. It's out of print at all. So if you've got an old VHS of it, it may be worth a little cash.
Well,
look, you ruined Mr. Nanner's night. Are you happy now?
Well, here's the thing. All right, look, I put in 1991 Campfire Tales. It shows the whole movie on YouTube. There's no trailer.
No.
There's not. I can't find one. The only thing that's able to trailer is that freaking abomination we just saw. So, I mean...
when I first heard the music to it, I'm like, wait a minute.
I was like, how did they get them? How did they get the funding to get a Stone
Campfire Tales
song?
Didn't have the budget for this. I'm like, well, maybe Poe added this. And then I saw it and I'm like, wait a minute.
That crafty bastard.
That's wrong one.
He makes everything better.
I gotta grab a beer.
I totally tried, but oh well. It is what it is.
Oh hell, that was funnier than shit. That was probably funnier than anything we're going to say in the next hour, to tell you the truth. So it's all good.
Search IMDb. All right, sir. I will. Let me find the trailer. Y'all keep talking when I find it. Let you know.
Okay. Well, Hook, the first story on here. It's pretty simple. It's basically a retelling of the old Hook man.
Yeah. A white candy man.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, not really. Just a slasher that had a hand cut off.
No, that was way before. That urban legend's been around way before Candyman, I think.
Oh yeah, it's been out forever.
Yeah,
but the Hook
Candyman's completely a creation of Clive Barker, right? I mean, that's not based on any real urban legend, I don't think.
Loosely based.
Well, unless it was Clive Barker's spin on the old Hook story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could.
But on this movie, though, what did you think about the killer's hook? It looked like a cheap Dollar Tree gardening tool.
Yeah,
Than anything that's fucking
not too
scary.
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
could-
bigger tow hooks on my log chain. You know it.
On my lawnmower. I mean, it's not intimidating at all. I mean, it looks like if it hits you, it's gonna break. It kind of looks rubbery.
That would have been great. Whenever he pulled it out and chasing the chick, she's like, "Oh, I thought it would be bigger."
You son of a bitch! I've been looking for my gardening tools, and walks over and kicks him in the balls and yanks it off of his arm and takes off with it. But yeah, the hook was not scary at all. I mean,
Oh, nice back scratcher.
for their
that's it.
budget,
Oh, you're
though,
hitting the spot. Yeah.
I mean, I was surprised by the blood and the gore. I mean, it was back. It was. Don't get me wrong. It was. At first, I'm like, oh my God, I'm rolling my eyes. But then I found about how this was made. And I'm like, that wasn't bad. I mean, they had like guts getting ripped out, even though it didn't look great. But considering their budget, and these guys were probably in high school the first time they filmed this. I mean, really, Hook looks like it was filmed by a bunch of high school kids.
And it was.
Really, if you look the way it was, the cinematography, the special effects, the blood, it was just no really science behind how the blood was strewn about. It was just kind of plop. Okay, there's a shit ton of blood. That's what we need. And it's so horrible. It's good.
Yeah. It reminds me of Troll 2. How bad it was. It was actually enjoyable to watch.
Well, those movies like that are so bad they're good. Any film that you get the feeling that there was a lot of effort put in, a lot of passion put into it, it's hard not to have some kind of even small amount of appreciation for it.
Exactly. And how they filmed it when they were in high school, I mean, it makes me think me back when I was in high school, I barely had enough money to make my truck payment, get a case of beer, and chase ass. And that's pretty much all I was worried about. I would have not been making a movie, you know what I mean? And these guys did, it took them 4 years to make it.
But they did it, but they pursued and did it, so.
Yeah, so I got to give them props.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a shame now that when you find out how this was made, produced, the time it took, and the super low budget, that it's not more of a hidden gem more people know about,
Yeah, I really am shocked this hasn't got some kind of reissue through maybe not Scream Factory, but Vinegar Syndrome or one of the smaller companies that are doing the 4K restoration reissues.
And somebody that could clean it up a bit, because I don't know if I'd want to go 4K. I think DVD.
I'll just go ahead and say it looks horrible on YouTube.
Oh my God! Well, it's so
VHS,
blotchy and blurry. Yeah, it's so blotchy and blurry you can't make out half of the dark sequences. But I feel if they went to 4K, it'd be so horrible you couldn't watch it. But if they'd go like to a DVD, I think it may be okay.
Yeah, 720p.
It's sad that it's out of print now. It's sad it's out of print.
Yeah, so. I mean,
and this movie, really, there are a lot of films that have got 4K releases that probably didn't deserve it as much as this film.
And probably my favorite one on here was the second story, Overtote. Oh my gosh! And the graphics were fucking awesome on this.
Overtote was the special effects and the practical effects were pretty great on this one, but it you could tell who, I don't know which one of the filmmakers, I don't remember which one directed this one, but it has so many callbacks to Street Trash.
Yes.
They had to love Street Trash, which this wasn't too long after Street Trash, so they were in high school.
Street Trash, I think it was 88, if I remember.
Yeah,
it was 88.
A few years before.
And I loved how they transitioned into this film. That the kid pulled out a joint and goes to stoke it up, and old Ralph, aka Gunnar Hansen, says, "Boy, is that reefer, boy? You know what that'd do to you?" And To me, that brought back. You remember Dare when Dare was big in school. This was about
To
the
keep
same
a kid
time.
to keep a kid off drugs. Yeah.
Yes. And this was about the same time Mr. McCann, the music teacher, wrote Nope to Dope, Yes to Life.
Oh,
And
God,
I
I
just sat
remember
in
that.
bed and I started dying laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, they were so hardcore against pot back then, you know? And it was great. But yeah, and then it goes
But
into it, and
in
it's
fact,
like
the Dare kids are who most everybody bought their weed off of.
they're like, nope, nope, yes to life. Yeah.
My favorite one actually was the Christmas one. If that's not a character you would love to beat the shit out of, Steve.
The Fright Before Christmas.
Yeah,
that guy.
Worthless motherfucker.
Yeah, like kills his fucking mother. The line that got me was like, she's like, "Well, you'll just have to wait till I'm gone." And he's like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and the bad part is, I think we've all met people like that before.
Yeah.
You know, that's a reality. You know,
Every family's got one or
has
two
one.
Steves.
Yeah.
But if he didn't have a face that you would just love to punch. I closed my eyes several times during that time, thinking of how hard I could hit this guy.
Somebody should have gave him a hit of that overtote and done everybody a favor.
And he was a dick as an uncle too. He's like telling the kids about like, if you don't go to bed now, there's gonna be blood everywhere. Oh my god! I love 3. My least favorite was 4. The Pirates.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, I didn't hate the pirate one. That's the thing. None of them are really good, but
I didn't hate it, but I hated the costumes in it.
Yeah, I thought it was watching Pirates of the Caribbean.
I do say, Cody, me and you could go raid the Dollar Tree with $50 and come up with better pirate costumes than this.
Definitely not even Spirit Halloween quality.
Oh, horrible. I mean,
No,
I was
it was
watching
terrible.
that and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like,
Even the
when was this
pirate
made?
accents were terrible. The pirate accents.
Is there any way I can make the resolution worse on this YouTube video?
Yeah, like, it's like, how many times are you gonna do that? Oh, it was the pirate one was. They could have just made it a horror trilogy instead of an anthology, and it'd been good. Leave that one out of it.
I agree.
I'm wondering if that's
really
not
feel
the
out of
first.
place.
I'm wondering if that's the first one that they made, like while they were in high school, because all the other ones looked a lot better than it. When you really get to
I agree with that too. I agree with that statement.
So, I mean, because it was very crudely made. It was a beach shack. Well, not even a beach shack. It was out in the woods somewhere. Did you notice that the beach shots and then the woods behind the beach didn't really match? It was like forested like in our backyard.
No,
and then they had like one shot of the beaches.
The crappy VHS transfer was so bad, I actually did not notice.
I noticed that because I saw oak trees. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like maybe they were out on family vacation and like they filmed part of this like out on the beach. And then the rest of it, they were back home wherever they're from and filmed the rest of it in like the backyard of their house or something, you know. I did pick up on that. And like the trees you did see that was like tropical look like they come from Kmart. So
the skeleton pirates were terrible.
Yeah. I mean, it being so low budget though, I mean, I still got to give them props because I could have never pulled it off.
True, I couldn't even do that. So anything I can't do, I'm still gonna give you props. Which that means 1 million people right now have props.
They were definitely driven. I'll give them that, and they pulled it off and put together. And it's a shame this movie is not in circulation. You guys want to talk? I mean, back up and talk a little more about the other two. I feel like we kind of glossed over them. The Overtoke.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like there's not a lot to talk about, really, though. I mean, besides
Overtoke was probably its strongest feature. I felt.
Yeah.
I liked that was my second favorite, but yeah, I really liked that one too.
You know, they got two potheads that are low on money, but they got a buddy that'll hook them up on credit, and they go up there and get it, and they go in. I mean, I would have walked in that place and turned around and got out of it just as fact. You know, these guys, hey, and there's shit falling off these people.
Yeah.
And they go ahead
Totally
and get
normal.
the shit and go home and smoke it. And then they look like they did. And when they go back, these people are just puddles of goo.
Well, hey, maybe
It's
maybe
like,
they were in
what
Ripley
the
County and they just
fuck?
thought they were meth heads.
Our meth heads don't look that bad, brother. I mean,
Some
these
of them
people
look pretty fucking bad, you
falling.
know.
They
Out
don't
on the
gain
side of the
weight.
road, swatting at shit that ain't there.
Yeah, but these people are like fucking decaying and swelling and bloating, and then
Okay,
puddles of goo.
We have to get Joey T's opinion on this, because I would be willing to bet that the meth heads in Philly are bloated and melting and shit.
I've been to Philly. I've been to Philly. Not only the meth heads are half the community is.
I rest my case.
Yep. But
anyway,
yeah,
over
and
to
then the guy's brother comes and visits, not once but twice, to check on him. But yeah, I'd say Overtoke is my favorite off of it.
Yeah, just the campy weirdness of it. It's fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Just like the next one, The Fright Before Christmas, with Satan Calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, the son in it is just such a unlikable bastard. You just can't. You have to. It makes you so invested in it. You just can't wait for something bad to happen to this guy.
Exactly. That's what I was. That's what I got right from the beginning. I'm like, I hope this guy gets the worst of it all.
You know, that's the only reason you keep watching this episode. It's like, do something bad to that motherfucker. You know, you're just waiting.
And it does have the money shot. It has the payoff at the end. So
Yep.
Look it up. It's on YouTube. It won't cost you anything.
Nope,
check it
it's
out.
free.
You know, skip through the parts you don't like. But I guarantee, if you like budget anthologies, you will find something you like in this.
Actually, I would say don't skip through the parts you don't like, because you're going to skip through it all. Just give it a watch. Remember where it came from. It took kids that were in high school when they started this 4 years, and a quarter of this was filmed while they were still in high school. And just think about that, where it come from, how low budget it was, and they pulled it off. I mean, this went straight to VHS, and it had a VHS release in stores.
This was the original fan film.
Yeah,
before fan films were a thing.
That's pretty fucking amazing when you think about it.
And it, I mean, it even made it to me and Trav's neck of the woods with our two little mom and pop TV or VHS rental places.
I never rented it because it didn't have that spectacular of a cover for my
cover
age
art.
frame.
Yeah.
Well, at my age, if there was no tits and no blood and gore on it, I probably wasn't going to rent it. So, if I remember right, the one we had, it had the Blue Skull and Campfire Tales, and what was the tagline? I wrote it down because I remember the tagline. Once upon a time, you're dead. Was it? You had the skull with Campfire Tales across the top of the skull, and then once upon a time, you're dead down below it.
Yeah.
And there might have even been some kind of a blade in it or something. I don't remember. But it was like a dark. It was like a dark blue with like a purple around the barrier. I do remember that.
Yep.
I remember picking it up and looking at it and thinking, man, I want to rent this one. Then I look at, oh, wait a minute. There might be titties in this one. I put that back and I went and got the other one. Because you got to remember, back in them days, there was no internet. The only titties the boy got to see was the Sears catalog and what you rented at the DVD At the
whatever you
VHS store.
Convince, sneak by your parents or grandparents, to convince them to let you to rent at the VHS store, or whatever Playboys you could steal from your old man's closet.
Or uncle.
Yeah. Or uncle, yeah.
Yep.
Or
Uncle Ronnie owed me money.
Or your cousin, or your cousin who had a subscription to Playboy, but then later turned out gay. Don't ask me.
Must have been front. Maybe he was trying to lure you in.
So
I'm too dumb for that.
With the Gunnar Hansen movies, like which, I guess, what is y'all's favorite Gunnar Hansen movie? I know we're talking about the camp movies, but what's one of y'all's favorite Gunnar Hansen
Hollywood
movies?
Chase Hookers.
There you go.
Oh, let's talk a little bit about this one. I know Trav had.
I've never seen that one. I've been
a
trying
long
to find
time since I've seen
and
it.
that being said, I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen but talk about titties, Trav. You will enjoy this movie.
Yes.
It's about 40% tits.
That's perfect. And Gunnar Hansen stars in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah, he's in there.
I do want to see it.
It's a perfect storm. Gunnar Hansen, chainsaws, and tits.
That would be a perfect storm. Yeah,
You know what?
I'm gonna have to see if I can find it.
I made a little stinger for the news part of the show, and Cody hasn't said buckus about doing it. What, Cody? While I'm getting this this handmade trailer that I just whipped up real quick for Campfire Tales.
Oh boy!
Yeah. Do you want your new segment? I got the segment stinger ready.
Oh, is it that
The news
time?
part.
All right.
If
Wait,
you
we
want-
have to rate Campfire Tales first.
Yes.
The trailer that I handmade.
Okay.
Real quick. I couldn't find a trailer.
You made a trailer?
Yes.
Roll the trailer first.
Okay, I am. I'm on board now. Let's see your trailer, and then we'll rate Campfire Tales.
This is
1991.
This is Poe in a hurry because you can't find a freaking trailer for this. Okay, so I just grabbed the movie and just like clipped all this stuff together like really fast. So here it is. Campfire Tales.
Son of a bitch, get on with the chore!
Gross! That pretty much sums it up.
Hey, before we give ratings though, we forgot to talk about the ending.
Oh yeah,
the reach around.
Father Mahoney's right.
Yeah, the reach around. So they finished the fourth story, and you come back to the campfire scene, and how dumb are these fucking kids? They just met this bum, and they're all like, "Okay, good night." And I'm like, "You're falling asleep with a fucking guy you have no idea who he
Some
is."
bum you just met out in the woods that told you a lot of creepy shit.
And guess who he turns out to be?
The killer from the first skit.
Yep, Hook.
Yep.
So, spoiler alert, anyone, we just gave you a spoiler.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, rating time, I guess, right?
Well, it doesn't really change the narrative of that movie either, giving that spoiler away.
Yeah.
I just skipped through it to make a 2-second trailer. I hate
that.
It.
Was awesome. That was awesome. I recognized all that too. So, the success.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Hey, I want to be professional on here, all right? If I can't find a trailer, I'll make the damn thing.
And this is a Poe in a Hurry production.
That's Poe in a hurry.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta find something. I don't know. Like, you can't find it.
Poe in a Hurry sounds like a low budget 80s porn flick. Poe in a Hurry.
Poe in a hurry.
Inaccurate.
Whack, whack, whack. Spurt.
Knock it out. Get out while you can. Get out before they notice.
It's a race, and I'm in it to win it.
I win.
Oh, shit.
Are you ready for your news?
Do we have? Well, we got to rate this son of a bitch.
Oh yeah,
What
that's
am I
right.
gonna rate? What am I gonna rate? Campfire Tales.
I got to give it. I've honestly got to give it 2 separate ratings. On the first initial watch, I would have to give it 10 PBRs to get through it.
Damn.
But after I'd done the research on it, looking at it, and I found out how long it took them to make it, who made it, there were high school kids, this and that, I'd take it to a 6.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I would give it a because I didn't get to know that knowledge, so I only knew what I saw. But I would give it a 5.
5. Poe.
Yeah.
As long as you're here, what do you give? Campfire Tales, 1991.
Not 97 now, don't confuse them.
You know what? You know what's funny is I'm going to put that trailer up. just put it up. I'm like, I made this. Here it is. Like if someone was looking for a trailer, it kind of mashes everything.
Hey, it may go viral. You never know.
You never know.
The movie didn't, but the trailer may.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Travis. Like 10. I'm gonna go with 10 PBRs on that one because I have to be pretty buzzed to watch this movie just from what I saw. So yeah. I mean, I give credit where it's due, but come on, like that's what it is.
All right then. Well, I guess I got to give it 7 PBRs because I appreciate the effort that got put into it, but man, this is a hard watch. That being said, I give the Poe trailer for it 1 PBR. And I wouldn't even give it 1 PBR, but apparently I can't do anything without drinking.
I think, Poe, you really need to confuse people. You need to do like 15 seconds of the old Campfire Tales and then 15 seconds of the 97 Campfire Tales and just keep going back and forth and make it like a 2-minute trailer of it like that.
Cut them all into the same movie.
I
should
should
fan cut.
Mess people up. Like, what the hell is this? It has Rolling Stone. It's this quality. What the hell?
Well, maybe 30 years from now, some other poor bastards are going to be doing a horror podcast too, and they're going to come across it, and they'll find your trailer to put on their show, and everybody's going to be going, "What the fuck?"
It'll go under. I'm telling you, it's going to go under BackWoods Horror, and it'll be on your page. So because I mean, like,
there you go, traffic to the page.
Like, yes, we
still have a segment called "What the Fuck" trailer. that's
maybe we'll be a real business then.
And they'll research it back to where this is when the guys quit drinking Budweiser and they went to PBR.
Yes.
Sponsored by PBR.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse.
This is where trans people fucked up America right here, folks.
It reminds me of that old Family Guy cut scene when they showed where Ireland, before alcohol was invented,
Oh, yeah.
and there's like flying cars and everything, and they're like super advanced, and then Ireland.
Yeah.
Ireland.
Yeah. They're like, hey, I made a drink. It's called whiskey, and then they drink it and they all start fighting. It's like,
and they're fighting over potatoes at that.
Oh hell.
There's a question in the chat by Mr. Nanis.
Oh,
did these directors have other movies made?
That I don't know.
Huh.
I didn't research that.
Yeah, well, if we were a professional podcast, we might have looked into something like that. But
I was too busy making a trailer.
Yeah, always too busy making
Usually,
trailers.
I try to look into their other work, but I really thought I had notes already made for these shows, and I didn't, or I lost them. So I did all my notes in like an hour last night, and it was a holiday weekend, and we had the in-laws in and all that. So yeah, I just kind of threw this shit together real quick.
You're excused if you had the in-laws in. You're excused.
Yep. Thank you. You have no clue. But I could have swore. I mean, I flipped through. I've got this yellow binder that I keep all my old notes in. I'm like, I know I made notes for this shit. And then I'm like, well, fuck, maybe I didn't. But it's that way
is.
when you have 5 kids. And
cartels needed notes.
I did like that ending though, with the reveal of the killer. So
and his little hook.
Yeah, because the only kid that was smart, the one that was always scared to go in the woods. I thought he'd be the one to say, "I'm not going to fucking sleep." He's like, "Good night," and I'm like, "You fucking
no shit."
ass.
Yeah, that little fucker was like, "Good night. Will you come snuggle with me?" Yeah.
I'll snuggle. He pulls out the hook.
I was thinking the same way you were, Mahoney. I'm like, you fucking kids are really gonna go to sleep now? Really?
You've known this guy what, half an hour?
Yeah, shit.
What?
Nice guy. He seems legit.
Yeah.
See, and if you modernize this.
No, I was gonna say this: if someone came up the size of Gunnar Hansen and wants to sit by my fire, I'm making sure he leaves before I go to bed.
Fuck that! I'm not sleeping. That motherfucker coming back. But see, if you modernize this
pack
film,
up our camping equipment and let's leave.
If you modernize this film, when all the kids went to sleep, he would have started taking his jacket off and putting on drag shit.
Dressing up like the Gimp from Pulp Fiction.
And cracking open an ice cold Bud Light.
And this is
I like
the true wraparound.
I like the Pulp Fiction reference.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're getting canceled after this shit.
It's all right. They're not our audience. Our audience.
Well, it's nice to know all of you.
Hey, you watch. Mike is going to go woke just so he can try to boycott this show now.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption.
Hopefully he'll come on and we can get him to drink a PBR with us.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah,
I'll invite him on the show. Let's do it. Maybe he'll let me invite him on the show since I'm the only one who had any nice.
Yeah, you're the only
nice to say about.
That's it. Oh man.
Oh,
he probably won't like me since I'm drinking PBR.
Yeah, you're Petty Poe, so you have the Brock band now because of it.
Petty Poe.
Petty Poe and the
Petty Poe. Fucking prick.
Fucking prick.
Yeah, you know what? I am.
Who can't steer a
Fucking
conversation
Cody.
to save his life.
I'm an asshole.
I'm an asshole. He's an asshole.
I'm like, fuck, the guy knows me, you know?
Got me pegged.
Hey, Aaron, you're going to have to download the Dennis Leary asshole song now.
This show does keep me working pretty hard, but I love it. So
yeah. No.
Yep. Oh, well, gentlemen, shall we get on to our next segment?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do it.
The naughty news.
For the holla.
Holla, holla. Oh, well.
What do you got, Code?
Blumhouse has a new film in the works due out January 5th, 2024, entitled Night Swim. And that's all I wrote.
Night Swim. I don't think I've heard it.
Something about a cursed public swimming pool or some bullshit like that. Anybody really want to see this bullshit? Blumhouse, are you out of ideas? I mean, come on. Apparently you were out of ideas when you got fucking Flanagan to do his shit. I can't even describe how horrible.
Still have not seen it yet.
Yeah, I'm not even going to mention those films. I'm not going to.
I
They don't deserve it.
I almost put it in my cart at Walmart.
Flanagan.
The
David
other
Gordon
day
Green.
when
Sorry,
I was
love
there, and I stopped.
David Gordon Green. Fuck you.
Because I remember how bad you hated it. And then I almost put it in there again because I remember how bad you hated Rob Zombie's Halloween, and I absolutely loved it. And I'm like, well,
I hated Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, not Rob Zombie's Halloween.
I liked Rob Zombie's
2?
original Halloween. I liked 1, but
I loved 1.
And 2 I've come around to. The unrated, the director's cut of 2, I've come around to. I don't hate it. I'm not. It's still.
No, the
not
scene
my
with
cup of tea, but it's a good film. I'll say
the scene with the horses.
Are you sure you liked Rob Zombie's Halloween, his first one?
Yeah.
I didn't think you liked it at all because I remember Alex and them were bashing it, and you were on board with them.
I agree. I didn't like the second half. I didn't like how, but that wasn't Rob's fault. Not Rob Zombie. I mean, it was Rob Mahoney's fault. Not Rob Zombie.
It was definitely my fault.
But the second half, that fucking the Weinsteins fucking forced Rob Zombie to throw in a bunch of elements from the original in the second half, shoehorn them in, and it felt forced, and it was forced, and that's not what he wanted to do with it. I enjoyed the first half, showing the backstory. I thought that was a nice new take on it. But yeah, Halloween 2.
Alex hated it.
Yeah, a lot of people hate that, but even Alex came around from this. If I forget, Trav, we're on a new network, and people probably don't know any of the shows we're referencing or people we're referencing. So Alex Edwards is the host of one of the. Yeah, they should, damn it, you fuckers. But check out it's all the or almost all the episodes are available on most podcast streaming platforms of Alex Edwards, the Skeleton Crew podcast. They're
still on YouTube
for several years. Some of them are, but they're still on iTunes, and the full catalog's on iTunes, and I think maybe Spotify, Podbean, and wherever all great streaming podcasts are at, I guess.
Yeah,
but anyway, check it out. They do a great retrospective on the entire Halloween series.
Yeah, and he does a Beer Bone series now too. He does Beer Bone now.
Yep, and we need to see if we can find somebody that's got the episodes of Banana Laser and see if we can maybe put them on the Dog Nut Network.
Well, good luck there, because I know Alex has been working on getting that done for a while now. And that was like the sister show of Skeleton Crew, and it was a great show. Banana Laser was
awesome.
Matt Wazell and Dave Z hosted it, and later on Alex Edwards was their third host, and
third wheel.
One of the best. One of the best horror podcasts out there. And unfortunately, it's not available right.
I would have known nothing about that podcast. I would know nothing about it.
You would. You would. No.
That's how Father Mahoney got his name, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're talking 10 years ago, folks. This is
at least
this has been going for a long time, but yeah, great. If you want to see or hear the grassroots of horror podcasting at its finest, check out Skeleton Crew, and hopefully someday the Banana Laser podcast will be available again.
We can't leave out Jamie Jenkins, Jamie Salmon too. Jamie was amazing on that show.
Yeah, well, all the hosts on
Yeah.
the Skeleton Crew were great, and Banana Laser. They all brought something special to the show. Every one of them that was involved.
I still think Dave Z looked like the guy from Halloween 4, the one that brings them
sounded like
down
Joe
to the-
Pesci.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to bring up something similar since we're talking about like horror news and stuff. But apparently, the Faces of Death remake has been kicked off this week. They're filming.
Oh,
Awesome! I heard that it was in the works. Yeah,
it kicked off this week, and I mean, I'm a big fan of those films.
I like their spin on it too. What they're doing, they're having it's going to be, I guess, based around a YouTube video reviewer.
Yes.
Who watches like all these videos every day to flag inappropriate content on YouTube, and they start coming across these new Faces of Death videos, and they look real. So, and then I guess that spirals into like the mystery of whether or not the videos are real or not.
Oh, well, cool. I know, you know, our Backwoods horror here. I would love if we did something like that. That'd be awesome, like a Faces or Faces of Death thing. I think that'd be cool to review those, kind of talk about.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched those since high school. I would love to.
I thought you meant make real ones there for a minute.
Yeah.
Am I really killing this pig, or is there a faking?
No, I'm just saying that I think that would be cool because the new one's coming out, and I'm pretty excited about it. It's like Cody said, nostalgic, you know, like that was the tapes you didn't rent.
Oh,
you
so
know?
taboo, yeah.
Oh yeah. The first one was badass, and then all the spin-offs, like the guy that parachutes into the crocodile infested pond and all that. It's like that's a fucking dummy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
Fake is, you know, you can tell.
Not about we've done that.
Yeah, no shit.
I believe this too.
I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, but ours was maybe jumping off of a tree in the middle of a bunch of drunk canoers, but close enough. They had snaggle teeth and they resembled big old shark teeth.
Them Arkansas meth girls, they bite. I mean, they
fuck you, damn right they do. Worse than a snapping turtle, and they don't let go.
Oh my goodness!
They'll lightning strikes. They won't let go.
I have a movie suggestion for you guys.
Lightning strikes or lighter strikes. They don't let go.
I have a horror movie suggestion for a future episode for you guys. If you ever seen The Hills Run Red?
Yes,
I got it.
Hills
I got
Run
it.
Red.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually,
no, you don't,
I
Cody.
love that movie.
That's in my fucking movie case. I think I borrowed it off you.
I have it in my movie case
Oh,
too.
that would explain why I can't find it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's up in my case.
Yeah, you've had it for a decade or so. Yeah.
You look at that, Trav. I just read it on Trav now.
Oh, dude.
You bastard.
Well, I just thought of that. I'm like, yeah, I've seen that. Cody let me borrow that. And I'm like, oh, fuck, it's still in my movie case. Shit.
That's okay. I still got your Evil Dead too.
Dude,
Yep.
what's her name in it? Sophie Monk. Ooh.
Sophie Moon. Sophie Moon. Oh my God. Yeah. Woo. She didn't go on to do much after that, but I don't think she needed to.
No, she didn't.
That was enough. I was happy with that.
Giggity, 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 giggity.
Oh shit! I opened up a can of worms there.
Oh, you're good.
She's hot.
Yeah. Probably not no more. She's probably done enough coke and meth now that she probably looked like one of the Arkansas meth alligators.
It'd be a little overripe, but it'd still be okay.
See, you say that.
Is Evil Dead Rise in theaters yet?
Not yet.
No.
It comes out this month, doesn't it?
The 20th.
This weekend, I think, ain't it? The 20th?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. What do you gentlemen think?
I don't know.
I
I'll be reviewing it when I see it. I'll be reviewing it when I see it.
Well, there you go.
I hate to be old school and sound jaded, but I'm still gonna. And I like the Evil Dead remake that.
I did
whoever
too.
the fuck Fede Alvarez was it? Did he do it?
I can't pronounce that fucker's word. He sounded like a Usenet person to me.
Oh
But,
my!
well, he did. I mean, sorry.
I like the Evil Dead remake, but that being said, Evil Dead. I mean, it's kind of like Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe series he did for Netflix, where he kills off He-Man in the first episode. I'm like, you can't have a Masters of the Universe without fucking He-Man. You can't have Evil Dead without fucking Ash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without fucking Bruce fucking Campbell.
But
he says he's too old to play it now. He's like, what, 61, 62. But fucking
Bullshit.
Stallone's still kicking ass at 76. So hit the
Instead
gym,
of
you old
one,
bastard.
instead of one line of coke, he needs 4 lines of coke. It's
That's
fine.
all.
He can still
That's all.
fucking
Wait
do
a
it.
minute. Did Bruce Campbell really say that he's too old?
Yes, he did.
What the fuck? Harrison Ford's coming out with another fucking Indiana Jones
at 80.
Yeah, but did you see his last one he put out? So
Yes,
This
I did.
this one I'm
The
hoping is
Crystal
going to be
Kingdom?
the apology for the last Indiana Jones.
The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, right?
I do the best. What?
Eskimo accent. Mr. Nanner said that Eskimo accent. Good day. Eskimo accent.
Oh, thank you.
Mr.
Thank you for calling Usenet. How may I help you? Actually, that's some little Indian people with the dots in their forehead. I just got a really bad Southern accent. So, oh shit! Now I'm gonna have the HughesNet people and the fucking Eskimos at me. Come
I
on,
know,
me.
dude.
Thank you.
Don't forget about the Bud Light people.
Oh God. Anyway,
hey, I'm shooting them rainbow packing motherfuckers because I know what they're packing and I know what they want to do to me with what they're packing. No, I don't play that way. Fuck it. You shoot them some bitches.
Sorry, every time I think of an Indian person, I think of Johnny number 5.
Oh, Johnny 5, good life.
Crab will be standing at the gates with his staff and his AR saying, "Thou shalt not pass me another beer."
And it better be a fucking PBR. Because if it's not a PBR, then I pull out Sally, and that's my Smith & Wesson 44 Magnum. Yeah, I name my guns too, motherfuckers. Watch it.
And I'll pull out Sally. Well, that's my dick. It's my name for my dick. But
Well, there goes my vacation. There goes my vacation plans to come visit.
Is that why you always tell me it's time to reload Sally?
Takes a lot of reloading anymore.
Damn it. We're getting deep in this episode. Fuck.
Oh no. Went to Evil Dead and now we're on something else.
Oh, look. Cody's killing crabs. They got them bad flying crabs down there. He's close enough to Arkansas where them some bitches crossbred with the mosquitoes.
Oh shit.
It's crab mosquitoes.
Coming soon, crab mosquitoes. Coming soon.
Oh, fuck. We need to do that. We need to make crab mosquitoes, and I bet we can get Clint Howard to come play in it.
He'll do anything.
He likes that off-the-wall shit.
He likes getting paid.
Yep. And then we can get
like
Darcy a special guest appearance, too.
I think she leans more to the left. I don't know if she'd be...
If we get Clint Howard in it, she'll come. And then Joe Bob will follow, because he's not getting too far from that set of tits, I guarantee you.
That's kind of a little field of dreams. If we get her, she will come.
We all will.
We
what
all
are you
might.
talking about?
We'll all come at the same time.
Field of sperm dreams.
Oh, new movie, Sperm Mosquito.
Sperm Mosquito.
I like that. I like that. Classy.
I'll work on the trailer.
Wait. Hey,
We've already got a producer.
Sperm Mosquito.
Coming to a theater near you.
Coming. Literally. Anyway, go ahead, Cody. What you have in news? We got off topic.
Yeah, we've only covered one thing on the news so far.
Sperm Mosquito, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the swamp brothel. Yeah. Hey, does anybody want another Cocaine Bear spinoff? Really low budget Cocaine Bear spinoff? Because I know I do. It looks like we've got Paws, not Jaws. Paws about a killer polar bear.
Oh, okay.
From director Lucas Rinker.
We got
who did something at some time, and I don't know what that is, but somebody's decided to.
Mr. Nanners wants a cocaine crabs. You just need to come down to Ripley County. We got methamphetamine crabs here.
Meth crabs. Meth crabs.
Yeah.
That's totally.
You think they're bad when they're biting and itching? Wait till they're tweaking and itching. By God, that puts it on a whole new level.
You know what? That's
See the crab out there standing on the side of the street, fighting with the air. Ah!
That's totally not necessary.
Necessary. Oh shit.
Okay,
pause. It's polar bears. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, let's move on. I'm not sure, and I'm liking your method, mister.
Get out.
No, don't come back, Poe. Jesus Christ.
I thought you said
you done scared him off. What the hell?
I was thinking I'm being annoying.
No, you're good, Poe. Hang in there. Don't listen to Cody. None of us do.
I'm trying.
It may not be the best method, but it's the method of madness. New Shudder original comes out June 23rd. Quicksand. Can you guess what the plot of this movie entails?
Yeah, it's the story about Sebastian Bach debacle when he wrote Quicksand Jesus, correct?
No, not nearly that interesting.
Damn it. I tried.
Let's see. And you said Shudder?
Yeah.
Okay, it's called Quicksand.
Yes, a vacationing couple. A vacationing couple in the jungle, I guess, trying to patch up a rocky marriage, gets caught in quicksand. So I'm taking this as a situational one location film.
It could be.
And, probably super low budget. And people in quicksand. Yeah.
Filmed in the backyard of their kid's sandbox.
Go ahead.
It's like kind of like open water, except on meth.
What
were you saying?
No, I thought it was a movie about another network going down in quicksand.
Oh shit! Mr. Nanners has Mr. Nanners for the win here.
Okay. Cocaine Amityville quicksand.
Oh shit! Don't give them any fucking ideas.
I already got the tagline. It's getting deep in here.
Getting deep.
It's so. Look, I said this. I think I said this on another show. I'm like, this is the new Amityville. Like you have Crackoon, and now they're almost done with the Crackoon funds. Now they're going to be doing Crocodile. And like it's just like it's just gonna keep going with these
meth
animals.
gator.
I was about to say, isn't there already a meth gator?
I told you my idea.
Asylum announced it.
I told you my idea, Poe, on your show when you were talking about that. PCP Penguin.
Yes, that's right. PCP Penguin.
Dude, that can branch off so many different ways.
I
That
mean,
can be a kid show. It can be a horror show. It can be a porno show. I mean, it can go
anywhere.
Work on the trailer now. Work on the trailer.
I'm on
Hey,
it.
I'm sure Harlan Williams from Half Baked isn't doing much now. Remember he played like a kindergarten teacher in that. They could have him just dressed up like Barney, like it's a giant penguin. Hi, kids.
Actually, I hadn't heard of him for a long time, and now that that comedy store that's in Austin that Joe Rogan opened, I think he was there. Like he's actually doing comedy again, stand up and everything.
Ooh.
I'm glad he's still working because I love that guy.
He's hilarious. But yeah, that's I'm definitely going as soon as I can. It's expensive to go, but I'm going to save up so I can go to the Comedy Mothership to go see some actual comedy where they have all these rules. Like you can't have your phone. You walk in, you got to turn in your phone. If you talk or even try to talk to the comedians on stage, they boot you like you're out forever. Like you're on a list. They kick your ass out. You can't be like, that's offensive and all that. They don't give a shit. Like they're like, get out of here. And I love it. So I can't wait to go. And I want to see
Williams. I want to see Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, exactly. But I want to see Ron White. That's who I want to go see.
Is he even still touring? I thought he was retiring.
No, dude, I'm telling you, Joe Rogan opens damn Comedy Mothership in Austin, and Ron White lives in Texas. He sold his place in California, and he said, no, I'm staying here. And Joe Rogan pretty much brought him out of the funk that he was in because he was talking about retiring. But then Joe Rogan's like, no, I want to do a comedy store, like a comedy store in LA, but I want to do a stand-up club here. And he goes, if you do that, then I'll be right there. And he has been. He's there like almost every week.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. It's, look him up. I mean, not that they need any more, plugs or anything, but go on Instagram and follow Comedy Mothership. You'll see all the cool stand-up. And then they have surprise guests like Dave Chappelle will show up every once in a while.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Like everybody there. Yeah, it's awesome, man. I can't wait to go. So I'm really looking forward to that if I get to go. So that's my goal this year is to go to the Comedy Mothership because I think that would just be awesome.
Right,
yeah.
awesome.
I love those
like
guys.
To do that.
But you said Harlan Williams. I was like, I saw that on Instagram the other day. He was doing a stand-up thing there. And I was like, man, I haven't heard of him forever.
Nice.
Glad to see he's still alive.
Yeah, he's still going.
Welcome to Derry.
Oh God. Yeah.
Welcome to Derry.
I don't know about that one, man. I don't know.
Welcome to Derry.
The TV show on HBO Max, right?
Who, on HBO Max, and Bill Skarsgård, Pennywise, is not attached to it.
Nope.
Sounds great.
I have no clue.
I was interested in it, and that they said that,
prequel.
and I was like,
yeah, It prequel series.
Oh, I did.
With no Pennywise.
I never did care about the It's. I've seen them all, and I don't even see why the new one seemed like it was so scary to everybody. I didn't think it was worth a shit.
It was okay. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, nobody's going to top Tim Curry as Pennywise for me, and maybe I'm just old. I am.
No,
old.
that one wasn't even that scary. I'm sorry. It was,
when you're 9, it was pretty awesome, but
no.
The thing about it is you had some great people attached to it. You know what I mean? Like you had John Ritter and all. I mean, I forget his name. What's his name? Harry.
John Boy Walton.
Yeah, you had him, and I mean, you had all these people in it.
John Ritter, yeah.
I mean,
John
it was
Boy. Yeah.
go. Yeah, it was
Judge
great.
Harry from Night Court.
Yeah, Harry, Judge Harry. I forget his real name.
I
Harry
never
Anderson.
have seen the following on it.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
it's
Harry
not
Anderson.
horrible, but it's not fucking scary like everybody writes it up to be. It wasn't even back then. Of course, I grew up watching The Evil Dead on my dad's lap, so that might be it.
It's about high school kids dealing with everyday life in Maine. Couldn't have said it better, Mr. Nanners.
I don't know. See, when I saw
Stand by me,
I'm interested, but then it's just like, I don't know, man. Does it need a prequel?
No. I thought
Did it need a remake?
Called It. No.
Not really.
No.
The only way this film is scary is if you have that phobia of clowns. That is
exactly.
How it is fucking
exactly.
Scary. Yeah.
Which a lot of people have. They
Yeah,
really
it
do.
terrifies our 16-year-old daughter. And other than that, no. My other kids have watched it. My daughter's 7, and she's like, "Is this supposed to be scary, Daddy?" I'm like, "Yes, it is supposed to be scary." She's like, "It's not." And I'm like, "Exactly." And Hannah, the 16-year-old's over in the corner crying. Like,
Now, Art the Clown is scary.
Art the Clown is demented, and I love it.
Really?
And he's got a great sense of humor.
Yeah, those are. I love that type of movie exists because it reminds you of like the old type of B movies where it's outrageous and crazy shit going on, and that's what we want.
Style,
exactly. Yeah. That screams exploitation. Those movies, and I think that's why they did so well. And all these people are trying to jump on that bandwagon. It's like, yeah, that's what we want. We want crazy shit. We don't want like sensitive bullshit or, like the Welcome to Derry thing. I don't know what it's going to do. Maybe it'll be great, but maybe it'll be like Lovecraft. What is it? Lovecraft County. Maybe it'll be like that where it looks like it was going to be a hit, but it wasn't. It just flopped. Because I think there was only one season of it. So,
yeah.
Welcome to Derry. Hopefully it's good, but I think it's just going to be a one season thing and it's done. Like, I don't catch on.
What about that Crystal Lake series coming?
Brian Fuller, fingers crossed. Hannibal was awesome. The series. So,
my question is, are they going to talk more about Elias Voorhees in this one?
I think we're going to get a lot of the backstory, and they've already said there is going to be Jason in this, so I think it's going to cut between the present and the past a lot and go into a lot of the backstory. And I think there's a lot of story to tell there. So who knows?
I heard they were going to get. I heard they were going to get Blumhouse Productions in there to help out with this, though.
Oh, jeez.
It's Blumhouse? I mean, it's on Paramount. I mean,
no, I'm kidding.
Hey, I don't cringe.
Like, motherfucker.
I don't cringe so much at Blumhouse, but if you would have said David Gordon Green, I'd be like, I'm out.
Hey,
well, he's the flagship for doing shit like that, so they'd put him right at the helm.
Oh,
he's there. Hey, if you think about it, he's their Fauci.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Father, what did you? I wanted to hear what you had to say about that. Do you remember what you were about to say?
No, the only thing I was going to say is I do remember that Adrienne King is attached, and I would like to see what she is. Is she going to be like Mrs. Voorhees now?
I don't think so. That'd be cool.
I remember talking. No, the reason I said is I always remember talking to her. I used to talk to her on chat a lot, and then I met her, and she said that if there was ever a remake and they had Mrs. Voorhees, that she would love to play Mrs. Voorhees. So cool. I was kind of interested to see if maybe they were going to bring her in as the new Mrs. Voorhees, or maybe just someone like a crazy character, like a crazy Ralph, that would talk about about Mrs. Voorhees and warn people about her being a little out there.
Mr. Nanners, Jason in high school, living everyday life. Yeah, he's head of the high school football team. Real popular.
The swimming team.
Yeah, the swimming team, even better.
Trying to lose his virginity. It's
and then they throw in the whole fucking woke aspect, and his teammates find out he's gay, so they pull a horrible prank on him, which results in his drowning. There you go.
At least he doesn't catch COVID.
That is David Gordon Green's Crystal Lake.
Oh shit!
Nah, he'd even fuck that up.
What other news did you have? Was that it?
Sadly, no.
Can we stop the torture yet? Can we?
No, because there's going to be a live-action Five Nights at Freddy's film coming from Universal.
Didn't Nick Cage already do that?
He did it probably better than what they're going to do, because this is probably going to be like a PG-13 pile of shit. But Matthew Lillard's in it, at least. I don't know in what capacity. And Jim Henson, his company is doing the special effects for it, so that gives me a little hope.
You scared me.
I was about to say that motherfucker been dead for a while. Holy shit! He's back.
He's coming back.
Oh no, he's back!
Labyrinth 2, Five Nights at Freddy's.
What was the Nicolas Cage thing? What was that movie called? Because I actually
I own it. I've watched it a few times. My kids love it, and I had a blast with it too.
Even though he says like no words in it.
That's what I love about it. They got Nick Cage for their fucking movie and didn't have him speak a word. I'm like, you fucking risky bastards. I like it.
What's it called? God damn, Willy's
Wonderland.
Yeah.
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland. Yeah, I've got it. It was actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it's not a lot of depth to it. It's just a fun
if you're
popcorn movie.
Exactly.
If your kids like the Five Nights at Freddy's games, they will love Willy's Wonderland, because it's like a direct spinoff of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Unless you're a good parent and have let your kids by mistake watch American History X, and they catch the reference and they're to that.
You know,
I'm like, when I watched it, I was like, oh no, they just did that. They just did that. Oh God.
You know,
I felt bad.
I have a Five Nights at Freddy's story. I have a story about that. My son's friend, he got a VR set. And so there's a Five Nights at Freddy's VR game. And they're like, Dad, why don't you try it? I'm like, all right. So he has his computer and everything. All the wires are set up. And I'm in my living room. I put the thing on. And that was some freaky shit. You're looking around, you know, it looks like you can walk forever. And I'm like over here. And I'm starting to walk. They're like, hey, stop. You're going to yank out all the wires. I'm like, oh, okay. But anyway, I'm playing this game, and you have to press these buttons and stuff. And then I'm over here doing this, and I look up in the corner, and there's one that chicken thing. And I'm like, oh shit! And I'm trying to hit the button, close the door. And then there's another one over here, and it freaked me the hell out. It was great though. I mean, the VR thing, I'm kind of like, I don't know, but I played that game, and it was crazy, dude. I mean, the VR thing is insane. But also have perimeter set up, because I was like, oh, look, I'm in the pizza. They're like, stop, you can't walk that way. Because in your brain, you're like, oh, I got forever to walk, but there's cords and shit hooked up to you. You can't just venture off. But yeah, that was my Five Nights at Freddy's story. The VR session I had.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, it's fun. I slapped the PS3 off of the console one time playing in VR. My son's got the Oculus, and he's like, Dad, you got to play this. It's a gladiator game. I'm like, all right. So I put it on, and you have to hold the controller, and you got to grip with this hand when you pick something up, you know, with your trigger finger. And it's a cartoonish thing, but you get into it. So I had dueling battle swords. And I'm going at it, and I drop one of them, so I reach down to pick it up, And when I grab it, I kind of grabbed the console at the same time.
His kids start screaming at him, and he turns around and says, "What? Are you not
No.
entertained?"
Bryce, well, my oldest boy, Bryce, he was like, "Oh man, somehow we're gonna be in trouble for this."
Travis was like, "Here's a giant boulder I can throw at this guy." It's like, "That's Stevie. What are you doing?"
But yeah, it was pretty cool. You get wrapped up in it. But
That
the thing
is-
that gets on that, like, if you walk out of your parameters, it stops you because you can set your parameters so you don't like slap stuff.
Yeah.
But you have to use your hands to walk. So, and it gets really hard, like in the bow and arrow mode when you're trying to shoot bow and arrows. Like, oh, I need to go over here. You're like, shit, So they just need to put that character in a wheelchair when it gets to bow and arrow mode, and it will make more sense because you have to use your hands for everything.
Oh shit!
You're doing really good in your wheelchair shooting your arrows, and then all of a sudden Jason comes out and hits you in the face with a machete.
You're all backwards.
Then kicks you down a flight of
backwards in your
stairs.
Hey, where do I know that from? Where do I know that from? Okay.
I'm not going to be in this wheelchair forever.
Unless you plan on walking the next 3 seconds.
Oh, the good old days.
Yep. The nanner laser days. Damn it. If we could get all the people from the Banana Laser Nation to watch this show, we'd have at least 900 viewers then.
Oh, easy. Oh, easy. Oh, easy.
Yeah.
If you had the Banana Laser guys,
at least for the first 3 minutes,
They'd be like, this doesn't fucking compare.
Yeah.
We just got to make sure and get Dave Z on an episode before we advertise to the Nanner Laser guys.
Yeah, but you have Father Mahoney on with those guys, all on the same screen. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
See, what we got to do, we got to get a cut scene when we advertise the show where it's you and Dave Z cussing at each other. And it's like a Banana Laser reunion. And then we do the show. Hell, that'd get everybody that ever watched Banana Laser to get on there and watch the show then.
Well, Aaron didn't get to see listen to the episode, but the Tale of Two Mahonies was a great one.
Oh, yes.
great.
Classic.
Yes.
Fucking classic. Man, it was back in the good old days.
Yeah, it's what started out as like a butt joke turned into my persona. So it's kind of a crazy story, like. So, but I wouldn't take it back for the life. I would go through that all again because we're all good friends now too. So that's the cool part of it.
But speaking of things we don't want to go through again, hey, Full Moon Entertainment is coming out with another fucking subspecies movie. We thought they were dead. We thought they were gone. We haven't had another one since the 90s. Subspecies 5 is on the way May 15th.
I thought they already had a 5.
Anders Hove. I didn't even know that guy was still alive. He's got to be in his 80s now.
Oh, he is a vampire.
Yeah, he must be a vampire. Yeah.
Ratu. Me and my buddy always keep fun of
really bad long prosthetic fingers. Yeah.
Oh, the horrible ones. Like half. And what was bad about them was like half of them drooped down and the other ones.
Yeah. They're just kind of. Yeah. Well, he's old. He didn't.
Full Moon hasn't been doing all bad ones. I mean, did you catch Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich?
Yes.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah.
That was actually pretty cool.
Pretty fucking good.
I'll have to watch it. I never saw the newest Puppet Master, so I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah,
it's badass.
Reich
is that on Shudder? Because I get Shudder for free.
No, it's on Full Moon.
Okay.
It's on Full Moon.
Yeah. I bought the DVD, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I've kind of got. You can't really see them up there, but I
probably
got
gonna be on Tubi.
Shit up there.
Oh, it probably is on Tubi.
It is on Tubi. I do remember
I
seeing advertised on Tubi. Yeah, it's worth it. It's got what's his name? Off that stupid horrible cop show, Reno 911.
who you're talking about?
Yeah, Lieutenant Jim Dangle.
Yeah, it's got him. He stars in it. And he actually is better in this than he is in Reno 911.
I
Which
like
that doesn't
Reno
take fucking
911.
much.
I like Reno 911.
I
It's
don't like
hilarious.
fucking.
Or it used to be
so
like
fucking stupid. It's
it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be.
I know it's worse than Dumb and Dumber and Dumber and Dumber. It's like
Now I will give you this. It's played out. They need to let it die. The first few seasons were hilarious, but now what we're like on season 20 something. Yeah, let it die.
Yeah.
I should have let it die at the fucking pilot and done everybody a favor.
Oh no.
Jesus.
No.
I disagree. I like that show.
You don't like that, but you laugh at the dumbass cops on Trailer Park Boys. There's not much of a difference.
What fucking blasphemy are you speaking?
I know that is
fucking Trailer Park Boys.
I did.
Now you're gonna have the Canadians coming down here after us. Fuck.
The Mounties are coming.
Now Terrence and Phillip from fucking South Park's even gonna be coming down here after you. Shit.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's that league of its own.
Those guys freak me out.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's still funny. I like that show too. So
South Park, yeah.
Maxine with 3 X's. Maxine.
okay, I got something to say about this one because I know what Maxine is. If you watched, what was it? It was X, right?
iWest X, and then the prequel Pearl, and now we're getting the sequel. So the sequel to the prequel, or the sequel to the? So it's a sequel to the.
No, it can't.
The only
be
one I've seen is X. So
X is great. Pearl is fucking weird. That thing was just. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Cody.
I was gonna say Maxine. What it's the sequel to the prequel, right?
Pretty much. It's all fucked up. Yeah. I don't know.
So it's before the original then.
No, it's Maxine is that chick's name that was in X, and I guess it's going to continue on from X, but Pearl is the prequel.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, X was just fantastic. I thought that thing was awesome, and I watched Pearl. I watched Pearl right after that. I did like a little marathon, and I was like, Pearl's cool. They kind of have like it's weird. It's like a Technicolor kind of thing. They kind of throw it back old school, but there's also violence in it, which made it kind of cool. But then it's also like, this is just way too weird for me, for my taste. I was like, did they need this? Not really, But Mia Goth, I really like her. I really do. I think she's awesome. So.
I think most men agree there too.
Yeah, I mean, she's not bad to look at, but I'm also, the actor, how she acts and everything. I thought she was great in it. Yeah, I thought she was great in both those films. So I don't know. I'm a big fan of hers, and Maxine. I don't know. I guess it's up in the air for me. I don't know about you, gentlemen. But.
I haven't watched any of them, so I think I'm going to wait for it to come out, and then I'll watch. Should I watch them all 3 in order, or should I watch X first?
Watch X. Because that
X
really,
good. I've got it.
It's fantastic. It is. It's really great. It's like a throwback, and it's really it's a crazy film, but it's also great. It's a real good movie. Pearl is like, if you want to know the backstory of the old lady in X, that's pretty much what Pearl is. And they kind of make it like it looks like one of those old movies from like fucking 30 or 40, and they have like the Technicolor kind of thing, and it really artistically it's beautiful, but then it's also kind of like it's just weird. I don't know. What do you think, Travis? I mean, you saw it, didn't you, or no?
I haven't seen Pearl. I've seen X. X is
so I saw Pearl, and that's how I felt about it. So I mean, I don't know.
Is Pearl on DVD or Blu-ray yet, or?
Yes, it's already been out, but Maxine's been teased. Okay. But now I guess because everything's opening back up, they're actually doing the movie
I'll have to see if Pearl is streaming yet. You got me wanting to watch that tonight.
Yeah.
Because that old woman out of frickin' X was a frickin' old horn dog freak now. Imagine what she was like in her younger years.
You get to see the backstory of it. You really do. Why she's the way she is. Yeah. You get to see why.
Like Stormy Daniels 30 years from now.
Oh, Christ. Oh. I guess the only other thing I got is it looks like we are getting Eli Ross Thanksgiving this November. Finally. After what, 16 years, we're finally getting Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I was about to say like 16 or 20 years, yeah. Because I was in my early 20s when that shit come out.
Yeah, 2007 was the Grindhouse double feature. Yep.
Yeah.
That long ago?
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Didn't take them the whole time to get on Machete, but...
Shut up, Rob. It shows how old we are. Be quiet.
It does. Fuck. Well, fuck, we've been talking about banana lasers, and that's at least 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I know you're older than all of us, but we were younger at that time.
but I do act young. I act younger than all of you too. So
yeah, you do.
That doesn't take much.
And that's why we.
Oh, it's because of Geritol and Viagra, isn't it? Damn it.
Yeah. lots and lots of Viagra.
You know, when I went and saw that, I actually went to.
I OD on that shit.
I went to the theater to see the Grindhouse double feature, and I thought it was just fantastic. Like, they had the fake. It was so fun.
I saw it 3 times, and great. I made sure not to drink, well, not just beer, but anything else because I didn't want to have to get up during the showing.
Oh, I didn't want to get up during the what'd they call it? During the break.
The intermission,
yeah. All the good previews
trailers,
yeah.
Oh, the trailers were amazing.
I actually got the big drink cup and I poured it out. And I pissed in that motherfucker during one of them so I could watch the damn trailer.
Dad, this Mountain Dew tastes weird. No, you know, I want to see why have it. I want to see the damn Werewolf Women of the SS. How come Rob Zombie hasn't done that?
Oh my God! I know. I thought he would do that.
Why not?
After Machete come out, I'm like, yeah, now the werewolf.
And we've got Hobo with the shotgun too. Is that the only one left now?
Yes.
The Werewolf Woman of the SS. Is that the only one?
It is.
Yep.
It is. He needs to hurry up and do it before his wife gets too old to do it and look decent in it.
You know who I need?
She'll have to be in it.
You know who I need to get on here for you guys, and he's really cool. I don't know if you've seen it, but Circus of the Dead was made in Midland, Texas. Billy Pond is the director.
Yeah, Billy Pond's great. I love him.
Hilarious. And he's really cool. But he made, Hobo with a Shotgun had fake trailers in it, and he made one for Mr. Fister. If you've not seen the fake trailer for Mr. Fister, it is. So, but Billy Pond is, I've met him a couple of times. Really, really nice guy, and he's a tech.
Circus of the Dead is great, by the way. It's one of my favorite movies, also.
What is it?
Circus of the Dead is great.
Oh no, Circus of the Dead is fantastic, and I think it's on Prime still. But yeah, check it out, guys. If you haven't seen Circus of the Dead, check it out. But he's a really cool guy, and that movie's fucking weird as shit, and it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I'm in.
I will check it out. I'm in too. Circus of the Dead. I'm gonna look it up when we get off here.
Yeah, if y'all watch it, we'll try to get him. I mean, I'm friends with him on Facebook. I can say, hey, you want to come on the BackWoods Horror Show, and he'll probably be like, yeah. So
hell yeah.
I'll try to get him on here. Yeah, it'd be a good time.
He would fit on this show.
Yeah, he definitely would.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out his film. It's awesome. Actually, you know what? Well, we'll watch the trailer next time. I know we're almost at the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, we're almost at 3 already.
There's one thing I wanted to show you guys. I thought it would be fun if you want me to show it, but it's some Craigslist postings, and I wanted to get y'all's reaction out of it. So,
Jesus.
That's good.
And I'll have to come up with a stinger for it, but it's fucked up Craigslist postings. We'll have to come up with a better name, but I got some funny shit here. So one I thought you guys would enjoy. Cody, you want to read that?
Country boy Uber. Screw Uber. It's Friday night. Don't drink and drive. Message me and I'll come and get you in a 2000 Ford F-250 4x4 with a case of beer and a cooler in the back. Blasting Skinner on the speakers and I'll holler, hell yeah, brother, at everything you say.
Hey, send me that. Send me that so I can call this guy.
I will. Here's another thing on Craigslist. A 2000 squatted lawnmower Craftsman. Look at how jacked up that thing is.
Wait a minute, Cody. That's out back side of your trailer, isn't it?
Where did you get that picture? Damn it!
I tried to hide that. I tried to delete my.
That one's a little newer than yours. Yours was still a square hood. My bad.
Is that a DYT 4500? Damned if it ain't.
Looks like it.
Here's another one. I think this is Travis's posting. I thought of Travis when I found this one. The Rolk.
Oh, that's badass.
The Rolk.
I've seen that fucker jumping between trees. I've seen him.
All he needs to set that off is a BBC hanging low there.
Use that as a pogo stick.
Oh shit!
Let's go to our next one.
Hold on. Well, we can't talk. We got to promote the movie related to the Rolk, Meth Squirrel.
Yeah. Meth Squirrel.
Coming soon.
Check out this one. Do you want to get this, Cody?
Rapture chair, $700. Bargain at half the price. We're atheists, but our son was a believer. This was his chair he was sitting in when he was raptured. Selling it because it no longer matches our home decor. Price firm.
The outline of the body.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's
I love that,
gold
the
right
outline
there.
of the body. That's great.
How long was her son dead in the chair?
I would say that was a bad spray tan.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh man, God! Hey, anybody interested in an Apple Watch?
The original Apple Watch. As modeled by Eve.
With the short life battery.
Oh my God! I don't know if I can take another one. Let's see. We'll do this next one. Cody, you're up.
Holy fuck! Made brush cutter willing to trade for prosthetic leg.
Oh, fuck.
The only thing that would have made that better if they would have had the push handle on this side of the blade.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get my respirator because I can't breathe.
Oh damn!
Someone had an accident.
It happens.
Oh shit!
Would you looky there? Looky there, Joey. Our sawmill blade fits on the deck of this here thing.
actually got me thinking now. Why not?
Yeah. And now for the piece de resistance. But like it's all
they're going to get hard to find. Yeah.
But it's an open one, though. It's not closed, so it's not in the closet. It's open already. So.
Yeah, it already came out of the closet.
Yep.
Damn it.
And that's our Craigslist posting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Craigslist backwoods style.
Hell yeah, dude. That's how we do it.
Wonderful.
That is some funny shit.
Yeah. I wasn't kidding, though. I needed a respirator at that point.
See, I told everybody there'd be something funny on this 3-hour episode.
Here lies Mahoney killed by Craigslist with postings.
Morte de Mahoney.
Oh, shit.
Well, gentlemen, that's about all I got.
Same here.
It has been a blast. And I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors, unofficial sponsors, Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Sorry.
No, you can't play that enough. One more time. One more time.
All right.
Yes, the only great American beer left standing that is not polluted by politics.
No shit.
Well, maybe Lone Star beer too. I forget, but national beer. National beer. I wish we had Lone Star here. I'd be drinking it too. But that being said, it's been a blast tonight, everybody. Rob, thanks for joining us. Poe, as always.
Can I promote one thing?
Yes,
yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah, go ahead. But yeah, whatever you want.
So I just wanted this. I was thinking long and hard because I don't want to promote something I've already done recently. So we were talking about shows and movies on Tubi. If you go to Tubi, you can watch Seventh Revelation, executive producer Moa, the Coa Media Films, and it's Brian Luciano Bisaglia. It was a movie that was made during the pandemic, and how we pulled it off is we did a lot of Zoom calling, and how you did all your scenes. All the actors had to do their own scenes. They had to do their own makeup, their own wardrobe, their own lighting. Had to send it to the director to make sure that it was cool with him. Then resend it back. So it was a long process. This was like a 2-year process before we finally got it released. But now it's on Seventh Revelation. We won 11 independent awards. I have 4 of them. So for being part of the production crew, it's amazingly done, considering that no one is in the room with each other. So if you guys are into, I know Joey T would love this because it's a conspiracy movie too. So I think Joey T would definitely love it. But it has a little bit of everything. It has a little bit of horror, a little bit of an intrigue, a little bit of mystery, a little bit of comedy. So if it's one of a lot of different genres. But I think you guys would enjoy it. Also on that same director, Electric Man is on there. If you ever come across Amber Road is on video on demand. These are all the same director, and I'm involved in all 3. So go check out these movies, especially Seventh Revelation. That's the one I'm most proud of. So thank you for that promo time.
Yeah, and everybody check out when's the next episode of Father Mahoney's House of Horrors?
It's going to be this Thursday. I had 2 guests. One had to drop out, but I'm going to have Troy Owelke, who anybody knows Troy, great voice actor, great actor. He's involved in a lot of independent projects. The show is going to revolve around ranking our 7 Friday the 13th movies from worst to best. So I know that's been done many times, but I've always wanted to do it on my show. So It's
There
my
you go.
turn to do this. So if any of you three want to join me, you are more than welcome. So
Well, I'll probably be producing, so I'll be there.
Yeah, I'll just get your opinion anyways. You might as well just be there because I'm just gonna keep saying, "Hey, Poe, it's your turn."
There you go.
I'll be there.
All right. So thank you for that promotion time, guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
No
well, thanks
problem.
for joining us tonight. It's been a blast.
sir.
I'm glad our second episode went smoother than the first. But
Yeah, we kept track.
I made
we
it
kept
through
track
the whole
of it.
one.
yeah, shit.
That watch he'll disappear right before the ending.
Now we need somebody. Please, somebody in comments. Please, somebody be there and say, "Oh, we liked it better when you guys weren't here for the whole episode."
Hey, you gotta work out the kinks, man. I mean, that's just how it goes. But yeah, I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
this was pretty damn smooth, and it was great. I think it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, I had a blast.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
if
and,
Grandpa, if you're still watching, you definitely have to be a host on the show, or like a guest host. So
Yeah, we've got to
Oh,
get
hell
Paul
yeah.
on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And,
sure.
yeah, he was
we're working on it.
my first guest. He was my first guest on Father Mahoney. So
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, and I'll do this real quick. All right.
Please
To the-
click the like and subscribe button on
subscribe.
BackWoods Horror Show on YouTube,
Go.
and click on the little bell for notifications. Please give the bell a ring.
Hell yes.
And we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yep.
Nana says smooth.
Smooth.
Not as smooth as our ice cold PBR.
Patch Blue Ribbon.
Liar.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's enough
Actually,
props for tonight.
They do go down pretty good.
Yeah,
I gotta admit.
it's not bad.
Yeah,
It tastes like America.
like America, like the dream. What did he say? Like that guy put it in such poetic words. I can't even say it.
Oh, I can't remember.
But yeah,
What, you
definitely.
can bang my little sister like a drum in a marching band? Was that it?
No, it tastes like
No,
George Washington going down your throat and invading. Like,
Oh, that guy
What George
fighting the
Washington?
British. George Washington going down my throat fighting the
Yeah.
British.
It's not the best drinking beer, but it's American.
oh my god.
Amen.
Well, hopefully, you jump on board. But I don't know. Anybody got anything else?
That's it for
Just
me.
everybody pick up your DVD and Blu-ray of Mr. Nanner's film Helvira
Evil.
on the Run.
Mhm.
Right. But it's getting late. But
Yep.
yeah,
He's had
which,
too many PBRs.
it may be on the Blu-ray. May be available now. It's available where all fine Blu-rays and DVDs are sold. Only where all fine Blu-rays and DVDs are sold. So
Well,
if it's not available there, don't give them your money.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd
give
be
Mr.
sad,
Nanners
man.
your money. Don't give
Yeah.
the site your money though if they do not have Helvira on the Run.
True. No, I think you got to get with him. It's based on how much you order, and then if you get so many orders, then he'll put it in a big order, and then it comes in. So
Awesome,
you just
awesome.
get with
And,
him.
I
his-
still have my Helvira shirt, so
Yeah, his movie definitely deserves the love because Helvira is a hell of a character. Pardon the pun, but it really, I mean, it's really something unique, and I think he's created something very special with it, and can't wait to see more. So everybody, show him some love. Fork out a few bucks or whatever it costs for the DVD or Blu-ray. And let's see some more Helvira. Naked.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Whoa.
more Helvira.
Hey, that's a plus.
hey, Sushi's quite a dish though. She's very hot.
I never liked sushi until now.
Well, I'm part of the T-shirt squad for Helvira, so I still support my Helvira. At least once a week, I take it out, and everybody asks me, "What's that? What's that?" So I'm promoting on the outside too, Morgan.
Yep. And everybody, check us out in 2 weeks on the Toxic Masculinity podcast. I mean, Backwoods Horror Show.
Yes, and all the other awesome shows that we got on our little
on the network. Yeah, on Dognut Media. That's DOGNUT MEG
something like that.
I
fucking froze.
Hey,
You can
that's
see
right.
we're not professional.
Dognut Media.
Oh shit!
You
And
can
on
find us
that
on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever any great podcasts are found.
There you go. I can said it better. Well, I know I'm ready to say goodnight, and let's just do this one more time because it needs to be done. Good night.
Good night.
Good night,
Sayonara.
America.